And welcome everyone to Style Esports Season 9. My name is Rare Adam, and alongside me is Proxio making their debut here. We've got GSW Esports versus Madison Esports Cottage Cheese on to the Rift here. And Proxio, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing all right. I'm looking at these bands, and these bands are, we see a Teemo band. The 11.20 buffs are coming in. 11.25. Am I right about that?
Yeah.
Let's see. 11.21.
Teemo
Wow.
is busted and getting banned away by Madison Esports Cottage Cheese as I update the title here. But yep, we're onto the Rift with a little bit of a lower elo game here, around the 1500 mark here, but nonetheless in for quite the exciting game here. Of course, we've got ourselves mainstays Madison Esports coming back with another one of their cheese teams, and GSW actually making their stream debut here. So really excited to see what they've got going on.
Yeah, definitely. I'm looking forward to these picks and bans. We'll see what is the team name? Garden Esports? What is this?
It says GSW Esports. I don't really know what it stands for. I just
GSW, got
look
you.
at it and hope it's the right thing.
All right, and Madison Cheese. We'll see what both teams have on offer. We got a Lulu first pick here, which is it's good. They're going for an Enchanter first pick to start it off. Probably gonna go maybe they're even thinking about doing a Lulu Cog here. Looking at GSW Esports, they can pick. Yeah, they have a wide variety of 80 carries here. They're usually Enchanter's bot, 80 carry. 80 carries are hyper carries. They go with Samira, Kog'Maw, Vayne. So interested to see what they're going with.
Yeah, and interesting to note that that's going to be the Zyra as the reply ban, and Lulu versus Zyra, not a matchup you see very often, but looks like MECC going to go for a little bit more of that aggressive bot lane style here.
There it is.
Going to take away that Kog'Maw.
Yeah, they don't want to see it.
Kog'Maw is not a combo you see very often.
Well, I mean, you can utilize the Kog'Maw passive to get some damage off if you want to just try to get some damage with Kog'Maw. And actually, I think it's a decent comp. They both have a long range. Both their E's are long range CC abilities. So using both their E's, they can probably put some hurt onto whatever this bot lane is going to be. So they're targeting the bot lane right now. This bot lane is really a hot contention. Lulu Jen is not actually not a bad bot lane. They can actually outrange the Kog'Maw Zyra with Lulu's polymorph. She can actually speed up the Jen. He can just dodge all these skill shots that Zyra and Kog'Maw have coming in. So we'll see about that. I don't see the third ban for GSW. Yes.
That's why we use draft law of note. GSW, unfortunately, playing with an E-sub means that they lose that first ban, actually. So Twisted Fate going to get locked in here as you get a little bit of that global presence now coming through in that mid lane. Interesting to see it blind picked so early in the draft, though.
Yeah, we'll have to see what Madison Esports Cottage Cheese is responsible will be. I really like GSW. Their team comp right now is looking actually pretty solid. They have a lot of long range poke. They have some things to juke out. Oh, Karma, all right. Karma's good for Kog'Maw. Another enchanter to set him up so he can just lay down the hurt and pain. But they need something to lock down GSW. They do have once Jin gets his Gale Force and once CF starts getting his ulti, they're just gonna start roaming around the map and shutting down this Kog'Maw is what I'm expecting.
Yeah, Kog'Maw gonna have to be careful as junglers are gonna get taken off the table here. Kayn and Rengar are gonna be removed. So both of these teams not early picking a jungler. And in your opinion, Proxio, with the current state of the meta, how important is it to actually early pick those jungles? Because it's something we see a lot.
Well, I actually really do like the early support picks. I think early support picks are something that can really extenuate other team strength. Denying that, early picking jungles, I mean, it depends on what the current junglers are playing. Every jungler has their own style of play, and some early junglers. It depends on what you're playing. If you're playing your Lee Sins, your Xin Zhaos, your Jarvans, I mean, especially after this new patch, I mean, jungles shifted up entirely after the Gore Drinker Predator changes and or the Conqueror changes, and Predator even getting the change. I think those changes are going to be really impactful. Oh, we saw a Light Hover Trundle there, but we're going for the Tryndamere. I would expect mid Tryndamere. That's the flavor of the month right now.
Yeah, Tryndamere might be top lane here because we've got this Karma, we've got this Zyra already, but the Malphite going to be that answer. Basically, how you counter any auto attacker apparently in this current meta is Malphite. You just pick
Yeah, you just go right on top of a Kog'Maw or a Tryndamere. You press R, you press E, attack speed reduced, and good luck. You know, have fun. There's the Lee Sin. We see a last pick Lee Sin here. So I'm really liking GSW's comp. They have a comp with good engage, good backline. You know, they're looking really solid here.
Yeah, they're looking pretty solid, but interestingly, MECC going for a little bit of an odd pickup here. There's a Cho'Gath coming through. I don't know where anything is going now. I'm confused.
I would have to say potentially the jungler for Madison. It could be the Tryndamere jungle. I have no idea either. This is, you know, Madison. They're going for the surprise factor, and you know that could be a really strong factor to put in play here.
And just so all of our viewers know, both of them did not make PNGs for logos, so I am very displeased as the producer tonight. But regardless, we're into our client draft where we kind of figure out where everything is. Of course, with GSW missing their first ban, gotta wait a little bit before we can get into it. But overall, what are you making of these team comps as a whole, Proxio?
Like I said, GSW got the front to back. They have the Lee Sin kick, the Malphite R. They have everything that they can want to try to pretty much shut down Madison's team. But Madison does. I can't get over the fact of I don't know where they're gonna go. All I know is that Kog'Maw should be bottom. Should be, right? We've seen AP Kog'Maw. I've even heard of rumors and tales about AP Kog'Maw in the bottom lane too. So they have so much flexibility in these lanes that that might just be the winning factor here.
Yeah, Kog'Maw, I think, definitely going to that bot lane. I don't know where Tryndamere, Cho'Gath, Karma, Zyra are even going. Karma could be going mid lane, and Zyra bot lane. Could be Zyra mid lane, if that's something.
Could be Zyra jungle.
Please no. Regardless, we will get some answers here in this phase of the draft. Looks like it will be the Cho'Gath hover in the top lane for now. I don't know if they're just griefing us or not at this point, but GSW, we know where everyone's going, which is a good thing.
Yes. Well, and we can expect good performances out of them. Again, they've drafted very well. They've gone for some AD carry bans. Even with their losing a ban, they're mostly banning out the jungler. It seems like they're worried about. I think that's why Madison's had a rough time trying to draft for a jungler for their comp. Looking at it, yeah, it looks like it's gonna be Tryndamere jungle. Ooh. That's
Tryndamere jungle, I'm pretty sure the last time I played that was when I was in bronze, because it was like Master Yi. You went. That was back in the days of what, season
2011, 2015, 24. Yeah, probably.
Yeah, it was 2015 when I started playing League at, I guess, the beginning of season 6 when they still had Devourer. And what you did on any sort of auto-attacking champion, melee auto-attacking champion, you just built Devourer, you just sat in the jungle, you farmed a whole bunch of camps until you got your 30 stacks, and then you built a Guinsoo's Rageblade and just ran it down into a bunch of lanes and won the game off of that. You didn't get any losses from stealing lane minions either, so you taxed your lanes as much as possible, and it was the Night Blue 3 style of jungling. But
classic.
We get the answer. It will be Karma in that mid lane against the Twisted Fate. What are you making of this matchup here, Proxio?
I'm looking at the jungle matchup. I'm trying to understand where Tryndamere is gonna probably path and what he would gank. With him being red side, I mean, I would expect Zyra leashes are fantastic for junglers. They love to start bottom side whenever, or whatever side, bottom side whenever Zyra is leashing, because getting the plants to enable you to clear faster could help out. But even in 2015 with Devour, there was Malphite still in the game. Malphite still had that E slow reduction on your attack speed. So you're gonna have to. I'm still not feeling too good with this Malphite counter pick. Is any auto attacker is just you got to deal with a ground slam. It's gotta be rough. It's gotta be rough.
Yeah, and even in that mid lane, Karma Twisted Fate. Karma's definitely going to have that push advantage early, so going to mean that War Nugget has to play as careful as possible. But as you said, in that bot lane, seems to be a little bit of a favor, at least in the supports, going towards the side of Cottage Cheese here with that Zyra. What does that mean for the Jhin Lulu here? What do they really want to do in this lane?
They're probably going to get actually outranged for the first part. Like I said earlier, they're going to have to deal with the Kog'Maw's Caustic Spittle and Zyra's Grasping Roots. So dealing with those two abilities are quite tough. But once those cooldowns are down, you can actually utilize Jin's his movement speed from his passive, from his Whisper, and Lulu's Polymorph to get a little bit of engage, get a little bit more chip in there. So once those CDs are down, that's what I'm looking for, is a Jhin and Lulu to get a little bit aggressive in the lane and try to poke out this Kog'Maw Zyra.
Yeah, and I think that we're going to have to keep our eye on really how... I think we're all curious about how this Tryndamere jungle is going to work, but regardless, we're going to head to a short break while we get set up in game here. We're going to have game 1 of GSW Esports versus Madison Esports Cottage Cheese on the Rift right after this. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Style Esports. And welcome everyone to Style Esports Season 9. My name is Rare Adam. Alongside me is Proxio. We're on to the Rift with, oh my goodness, the overlay is all jumbled up. GSW versus Madison Esports Cottage Cheese. And standard 5-point start coming through here. Proxio to start us off. No level 1 shenanigans today.
Yeah, and we see the Trinamir running Ghost and taking a smart little sweeper lens, a little Oracle lens. All right, I like it. I respect. He's making sure he doesn't get counter jungled on this Trinamir because it can happen. Trinamir, he's only all right in the early levels because he does need to get some auto attacks off to scale up to his crit, and Lee Sin can abuse that. There is a world where Lee Sin goes for in the invade here. Looks like Lee Sin's going to start bot side. Like I said, the Zyra leash is so juicy. I hope he goes for it. It looks like he is. So we'll have to see how these junglers pass towards the top lane.
Yeah, and top lane, oh my goodness, just
oh
spamming
my
them
god.
last 3 months. They know they're on stream and they just spam that.
You gotta show it off.
It's the classic. I mean, I have a bad tendency to spam my my emotes, and sometimes people get mad about that. I'm like, dude, I'm just trying to have some fun. I spam the thumbs up a little bit too much, but regardless, top side in terms of gank setup, what are we looking at here, and who has the advantage? Because Lee Sin, better early ganker, but you know, Tryndamere, how does that work out?
Tryndamere, you gotta wait for them to turn their to turn their back so Tryndamere can get off his little chicken thing. His little chicken is mocking shout. You know, he's gotta make sure Malphite's running away. Which I mean, Cho'Gath is a great setup champion. You know, he can land up his he can get a slow into a knockup. Since Malphite has no dashes, I think you know, Tryndamere can go for something on top side, but honestly, from Tryndamere, what I would like to see is him just rinse clear his jungle just over and over again and just scale up, because that's what Madison has going for them. They have really good scaling. Kog'Maw late game, Tryndamere late game, Cho'Gath infinite scaling on the R, as long as he's dating the you know, the right champions. So we'll have to see, and I'm really hoping GSW can show, you know, once they get that TF level 6, I just want to see it. Once they start hitting 6, I want to see GSW go for some plays, all right? Go for these early dragons. I believe our first dragon is Ocean, so.
Yeah. We're going to get the early Ocean dragon coming through, but of note, Lee Sin clearing out that bot side a little bit slower than we expected. You know, Tryndamere is actually 2 camps up on this Lee Sin, so obviously there's some sort of steroids that this Tryndamere is taking to be able to clear so quickly. Going to have that experience advantage, and most likely going to be the first one to that top crab. So interesting to see that this Tryndamere is clearing this well.
Yeah, Tryndamere's, you know, he does have the AD on his passive, or the AD on the Q. He's 111 AD right now. I like that he's rinse clearing, and I would like to see him potentially go for a recall here, but he looked like he's going to go set up for a gank. Like I said, Cho'Gath does have great setup for ganks, and Tryndamere he has a lot of AD, but it's into a Malphite, so we'll have to see how this play goes.
Yeah, Hyphen's going to try and move forward, gets the shout, but it's not really going to do a whole lot. The Ghost's going to get popped, going to try and pop as much damage down onto Malphite, get some auto attacks, but it's just a flash off of Nugget Mac for Hyphen's Ghost. Unfortunately, won't be able to pick up that Scuttle Crab either, so well played by Roosterbuck to be able to salvage something off of the slower clear, picking up that Scuttle Crab before picking up that blue buff as well.
We'll have to see what Roosterbuck's adaptation from this will be. It looks like Roosterbuck is going to keep clearing. I would love to see Roosterbuck, after this top side clear, go into his bot side and try to set up onto this Cog Zyra so they don't, you know, they don't get to the late game prowess. But I'm really impressed by Hyphen. He's making this Tryndamere jungle, you know, we didn't know what was coming, but Tryndamere jungle's coming and he's here.
Yeah, it's not doing too bad, all things considered. I think that it sort of plays as if it's a Master Yi to an extent. You know, you just sort of clear and look for opportunistic ganks. We saw one come up to that top side, burning the flash off of Malphite. And
oh, looky here. Looks like they're almost setting up for a dive on the bot lane.
Yeah, they might be looking for something onto this bot side. Blaze and DM Looter have the push advantage, and looking at the farm thus far, Socialist did go for the boots early, but that's going to be gold card pop down onto Smeech as just trading back and forth the damage between those mid laners, but actually a lot going down from Warner. You're going to get another gold card coming down. Does not have the Ignite though, has the teleport,
yes,
no
the flash.
So could actually
he's went for it.
Gets rooted up here. Who's going to go down first?
Oh!
Smeech picking up first blood
War
with
Nugget.
the damage there. And that's a couple of question mark pings coming down from War Nugget and his teammates saying, man, what just happened?
Unfortunate. Well, we see Hyphen over here going for the early dragon. He just counter jungled the Lee Sin, so Lee Sin's now after he reset, he's going to look for bot side. But let's see if he checks it. He checks the dragon, but you know he's got a reset. He has a full serrated Dirk, and Trinimir hasn't reset yet, so he's sitting on a lot of money right now.
This fight could get a little bit messy. Roosterbuck trying to get back over that wall. Actually doesn't want to take this, and this is going to be the opportunity that MCC need to go back in for it, but Roosterbuck has the Sonic Wave over the wall, going to try and look for that, going to steal that dragon away. And all of a sudden, here comes the fight. War Nugget going to move forward, looking for that stun card as Roosterbuck looking for more. Moving forward onto DM Looter. Might be going a little bit too deep, though. Forced to flash out of there. Gets a shield from Lulu, but that plant is doing a lot of damage. Ignite's going to take them down. But War Nugget with the Electrocute will pick one back up. So great play coming out from the side of GSW. They take that dragon away, and they find themselves a kill on the way out.
They get the revenge. War Nugget doesn't, he loses the early, but he comes back with a clutch gold card to make sure they clean up one kill at least onto the Zyra. DM Looter is a little bit lower in the game, and this is the moment. War Nugget just hit 6. Nugget Mac just hit, Nugget Mac 2000 just hit 6. I'm ready to see some action. War Nugget, send yourself to the bot lane, my friend.
Yeah, and of note, Indian Frog did use that feast on a minion, so no kill threat up on that top side onto this Malphite. Although Malphite doesn't have a whole lot of mana to speak of, going to be forced to back off. Kindle Gem compared to the full Bombies means that Cho'Gath's going to be just a little bit tankier, but looking at that mid lane right now, does seem like a Smiech is going to go for a little bit more of that Enchantress build there. You can see the Lucidity Boots and the buildings of a Bandle Glass Mirror. I like to see that come through from this Karma.
Yeah, I'm looking at Hyphen right now. He is not yet reset after this full clear. He's he's still sitting on no items, and Lee Sin has a serrated Dirk and his jungle smite completed, which I'm pretty sure Hyphen should be finishing up here soon. But for top lane, I think Indian Frog and it's a meatball battle up here. I don't think any action or kills are going to be happening up here anytime soon. I'm waiting for Nugget Mac to just push out a lane, put a TP into the bot lane, and just go send it. Oh, actually, whoa! I may stand corrected because Nugget Mac was setting up for a kill there. It looks like.
A little bit of fighting back and forth. Actually, it's going to be Nugget Mac looking for the play. Already used that Unstoppable Force. Has the flash, but will not find anything. Roosterbuck is stalking in this bot lane, though not yet level 6. So no kick available. We'll see if they can find the setup, but Roosterbuck is spending a lot of time here trying to stay out of vision.
They don't have vision.
Look to wrap around as Trinimir did it back there, picking up the Berserker Greaves and a crit cloak. So, making use of Trinimir's full kit there.
Yep. And this is what I like to see. Trinimir just keep rinse clearing. As long as Lee Sin's not getting too active, as long as the game isn't getting too active, Trinimir is good to just keep rinse clearing and over again. Scale up to his late game prowess and, start getting some split push, start getting some more objectives.
Yeah, gonna have to keep our eye on what the next little bit is gonna hold for these junglers, because I think it's a really key thing to look at how Lee Sin can make use of that kick when it is up and available. But a little bit of fighting on this bot side. Kog'Maw and Zyra able to put down enough damage as Hyphen actually in this mid lane. Gonna get rooted up, going to get shouted under that tower. There's no flash available as Hyphen just comes in and bonks him down with the sword.
All right, there's the Enchanter prowess for the Trinimir too. They're not only buffing the Kog'Maw, they're buffing the Trinimir too. Hyphen's going in. Madison, they're coming out swinging in this early game, actually. I thought GSW would have the clear advantage, but it looks like Madison is just taking it. Making aggressive moves with these late game scaling champions is pretty bold, I'll say.
Yeah, picking up some really great early pressure here. You can see the plate picked up in that mid lane already by the Karma, and Hyphen as well as Smeech are going to come down to this bot side looking for the dive. The shout going to land onto Socialist. Here comes the Stranglethorns as well. Undying Rage is popped. That's going to be one kill picked up for the Trinimir, and that might just be a second one. Going to pop that ult right at the end to stay alive, and this Trinimir is off to the races. Kill going over to Smeech as well as one over to Hyphen. as Madison Esports Cottage Cheese have set themselves up a little bit of a cottage
top
on that
lane.
bot side, but Indian Frog going to get hit with that Sonic Wave. Gets the Rupture onto Roosterbuck. They're still looking for more, but War Nugget able to pull the right card twice in a row. Smeech is going to try and get them out.
Smeech!
Shield is going to be enough. Here comes the
Oh,
Smeech flashes away from the Unstoppable Force as well, and that's going to be no one going down. It is a wash in the mid lane. Bunch of summoners and ultimates used, but in the end, Indian Frog stays alive by the skin of his teeth.
Smeech is being in the right place at the right time. He didn't die to that TF early. He's shielding his Tryndamere so he can get the mid lane dive. Smeech is in the right place at the right time, holding his mid lane turret. Good job, Smeech. Honor to you, man. Honor to you.
Yeah, Smeech 2-0-2 has 100% kill participation here, and building towards that Enchantress build has the CS advantage in that mid lane, but we saw the hover of the Shurelya's there. Yep, will be the Shurelya's picked up there, so we'll be starting to buff up this Kog'Maw with a little bit more movement speed come that mid game, as Tryndamere are going to get to work on that second dragon. This time with Lee Sin nowhere close, just going to start bonking it down, and no smite up and available.
Looks like GSW, they're looking at it. Oh my god, it left it at 6 HP. A wild card could have stolen it.
The Hyphen, though, gets the showdown to Girl in Red, and they're going to be forced to back off. But as it stands right now, 11.5 minutes into this one, we've got ourselves a 2,500 gold lead for the side of Madison Esports Cottage Cheese. And as you said,
go on.
Late game scaling does favor the side of Cottage Cheese here. Who is your sort of focal point for this late game? Because Kog'Maw, 0-0-2 doing okay, but this Tryndamere is starting to pop off here. Who's the main focal point at this point? Who do the side of GSW really need to focus down for the next 5-10 minutes?
Honestly, I would love to see them try to make something. It looks like they're about to make something happen towards the Kog'Maw, actually. They're trying to shut down him before he gets online.
Yeah, curtains are opened up. There's going to be 2 shots landing. Going to be the 4th one missing as Roosterbuck has to be ulted by the Lulu, but unfortunately moved a little bit too far forward, and Blaze going to pick that one up on that Kog'Maw, giving him an extra kill as Meech and Hyphen are coming. DM Looter going to go
they have a
TP. Lands it onto Girl in Red. The TP is canceled on the top side as here comes Twisted Fate coming down to the bottom side.
No.
Looking to try and pick something up. Hyphen still has that Undying range up and available. If necessary, will use that to get out of there, but Smeech has rooted up. War Nugget, a whole bunch of damage. Gonna get one last auto in the air. He's gonna pick that up for the Karma. It is Brazil v Germany up on this score as Nugget and Mac unfortunately got that teleport canceled by a well-timed Rupture, I believe. Social is going to take a little extra auto attack from Hyphen as he gets out of there with that Karma shield. 3-0-3 as they dive on that bot lane for this Karma, and side of Cottage Cheese are continuing to push forward their advantages. 4,500 gold in the lead now.
Man, we need to see Malphite in these plays. It's such a shame that they could stop that TP from Nugget Mac, because Nugget Mac needed to be there. That was the moment that Nugget Mac could have started utilizing his Malphite into any auto attack champions. That's the moment he needed to be there. But Indian Frog stopping in the TP, crucial misplay, or not misplay, but just crucial stop from Indian Frog there. I think and it's interesting to see him going for the Anathema's chains on Nugget Mac. I wonder actually who he's put that on. I would assume the Indian Frog, because it's on Indian Frog. Oh man, we have Hyphen back up. Oh, okay. Yeah, he's gonna.
Hyphen gonna force the ult out of Nugget Mac to be able to get them out of there. So no worries there, but Rift Herald did charge and didn't really get a whole lot off of it. Got a couple of plates right before it expired, but that gold lead is still firmly in at Cottage Cheese's favor there. As this Lee Sin going for the Eclipse. Do you agree with that build?
I think it's not necessarily what you want to do right now, but I mean, after those nerfs to Gore Drinker, oh man, they're going right back into Nugget Mac, trying to potentially pop his flash here. Oh, they got the TP coming in from War Nugget. War Nugget, it's going to be too late to the play. Undying Rage still up, pops it.
Yeah, going to be forced to run for the hills here. Hyphen trying to execute, I believe, but that's not going to be enough time.
It's not going to work, man. It's not going to work.
War Nugget going to pick that one up as Indian Frog is now proxying the wave. kind of giving a shout out to our co-caster here, Proxy, running the wave. But down in this bot lane, DM Looter gonna get kicked away. Here come the curtains, though, as DM Looter able to get out of there. That's a lot of damage coming through from Kog'Maw, though, as DM Looter gonna get taken down. Blaze is now running for their life. Girl in Red has dropped Ignite as they are able to pick up a kill onto that Tryndamere on the top side on a little bit of a questionable play, and on the bot side, Zyra just a little bit too far forward and gets picked off. So
yeah, get a little bit too cocky. Yeah, get a little bit too cocky there, A hyphen. You know, you're still scaling. You know, you still can just try to make it to the late game and assure yourself a victory with your late game scaling. But I think you mentioned earlier which lanes do GSW want to focus to get back into the game, and I think bot lane is actually the strongest point of contention. Setting up Jin and Socialist and Girl in Red to get to their late game is something that and deny Kog'Maw from getting up all the way to his late game is what they need to do. Mythics are coming out here now. We have Gale Force for the Tryndamere. We have Shrelia's Battle Song and Immortal Shield Bow. Frostfire Gauntlet for Madison. So we'll have to see what this DM Looter is gonna get into. So
yeah, it looks like Looter is building towards Leandri's at this time, so should be interesting to see what they ought to go for next. But Indian Frog up on this top side has completed that mythic compared to the Anathema's chains, and I just want to double check to see those chains are on the Cho'Gath, who has 6 V stacks. Is that the right member to put it on? I guess for the time being, it's not the worst, but Anathema's first item is interesting.
It's very interesting. I would assume they're trying to focus on that, but looks like we got another dragon contest here. I love the way Madison's been contesting these dragons over and over again, putting the pressure on, making GSW have to make a decision, and they've been failing those decisions, and looks like it's just another lost dragon. The scaling is coming. It's coming.
Yeah, I still gotta watch that scaling as Infernal Souls are coming through for the next, or the Infernal Soul will be on this map this game, and considering the scaling and Infernal Soul, I am scared to see this Tryndamere, this Kog'Maw, this Zyra even with that Infernal Soul. Gonna have to keep our eye on that. But top lane, we keep getting directed camera up here. They're just sort of duking it out for the time being.
It's meatballs.
Oh, actually, no, though. Nugget Mac is in a little bit of trouble. Still has that unstoppable force to potentially get out of there. Are they within feast range? Indian Frog's going to look for it. He's going to eat rocks for breakfast. That's the 7th feast stack in the back pocket as they pick up tower on the top side as well.
What are you chaining down? Because it's definitely not that Cho'Gath, man. That Cho'Gath is eating you. You can't chain him down, man. Indian Frog. Don't chain down the frog. He's coming.
Yeah,
he's coming to get you.
Indian Frog looking a little more like Crazy Frog up on that top side, looking to pick up some more. But this Lee Sin at this point, down about 40 CS at this point.
Yeah, Lee Sin has been on the back foot for a majority of this game. Really getting surprised by this Tryndamere jungle pick. That early clearing slow, and look at this beautiful vision set up from Madison Esports. They have all these wards towards the bot side. Hyphen's popping the Herald mid. They're just taking full control of this game. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, as in the mid lane, Hyphen just moving forward, gets stunned up under the tower. Might be going a little bit too deep, gonna try and heal up, but Rooster Buck is here, just gonna drop the kick there. That was unfortunately Tryndamere once again a little too aggressive, but Smeech is here as well. Gotta be careful. Nugget Mac actually gonna go in with that unstoppable force. Smeech is in a little bit of trouble. Gonna flash away, get the heal from the empowered W as here comes Indian Frog, has the feast up and available. Going to be the wild growth coming through from Lulu as here comes Indian Frog, forces some flashes out, turns into a cupcake for a little bit, gets a 2-man knockup as everyone is up in that front line. DM Looter taking a whole bunch of damage, but Jin is on the wrong side of the fight. I almost called him John there because he's just an average John. Looking in this team fight, forced to run away from the Void Monster Kog'Maw as the dog is chasing the master here instead.
Man, I think Hyphen was getting a little bit too hyped there, trying to go for the dive. He got the turret in the mid lane, but, Hyphen's, again, I have to stress it. You guys scale. You don't need to make these crazy early intense plays, especially when they can recoup some of that. War Nugget getting not a shutdown onto DM Looter, but a kill nonetheless. Does lose his life for it, but, they're just losing the turrets left and right here. Left, right, and center.
Yeah, they're losing a lot for themselves, 4 towers to none right now. And looking at the status of this game, 7,500 gold in the lead for the side of Cottage Cheese. And, you know, Madison Esports, they've got themselves a rather large organization. We were commenting about the fact that they have like 8 or 9 different teams. I know Shinkari and I were making some jokes about it last night about how you had Sailor Mozzarella and then Sailor Aged Cashew and Blue Green Algae Cheese or whatever their name is.
God.
But, you know, they've built themselves quite the organization, and they've got a lot of teams, and it just shows that this team, despite having a little bit of a, I think it's a little bit of a bait in terms of their ELO rating, only at 1,400. They look like they're playing like a 1,600 or 1,700 team at this point. They look really strong.
Yeah. You know, I would just like to see. Unfortunately, GSW didn't go for their early, you know, plays with the Malphite Rs and the Nugget Max. Use the Nuggets, man. The Nuggets needed to pop off with their level 6 power spikes, but it looks like Madison was just getting too far ahead at that point. They made some good early decisions that are definitely leading them in the right path this game, and now they're just getting into this jungle, choking them out, trying not to let them even get any type of Baron vision right now. Which, you know, Madison, they have a great team for it. Having a Zyra with a Leandri's Kog'Maw, he does max health damage too. Tryndamere, they have a good front line. Wow, I'm so happy to see these unique comps from Madison working out really well. So, you know, be on the watch out for these Tryndamere jungles and Karma mids. Enchanter hyper carry junglers are, you know, they're working really well in tandem.
Always got to be careful for what their next move is going to be, but just grouping up right now, still 7,000 gold in the league, and looking at this Infernal Dragon to put themselves on Soul Point. This is scary, though. They're going to have 3 dragons to 1, unless Roosterbuck can look for some sort of play.
All right, it's the Nuggets. Nuggets,
Yeah.
I need to see you use some vision here.
Oh my goodness,
Oh.
never mind. Roosterbuck is gone. The Gale Force going to move forward, and now Indian Frog's in the area. You cannot outsmite the Cho'Gath. Those wild cards came close, though. Cho'Gath's going to eat that one up, but here comes the ultimate from Nugget Mac. Gets knocked up once, knocks up again as 8 Hyphen is all polymorph. Going to go down in the front line there, but this Malphite now under pressure. Going to get knocked out a whole bunch as well as Indian Frog. Now on a killing spree, forces Socialist to get out of there. No curtain call going to come down. Only one auto attack, or one shot coming through, and that's a 2-for-1 in favor of Cottage Cheese. Despite the Tryndamere getting CC'd forever, they are able to pick up that dragon and the extra kill, and now they're sitting on Infernal Soul Point.
I can hear the comms for GSW right now. Look at that Cho'Gath. Look at the Indian Frog. He's too big. We gotta run. Get out. Go. The dinosaur's coming. He has 9 feast stacks right now. Indian Frog is stacked up. He is huge.
He's large.
Yes. It's only 22 minutes. He gets bigger from here, folks.
Exactly, as Roosterbuck, oh my goodness, just takes half of their health from a Karma empowered Q there, as DM Looter actually a little bit low on the health side here. Been doing a good job on this Zyra, though. Has punished this bot lane quite well, setting up really well for this Kog'Maw to start doing that damage. And Kog'Maw looking towards that wit's end here, going to have that built up as well. So all of a sudden you have to worry about not only this Tryndamere, but this Cho'Gath as well as the Kog'Maw. As a Roosterbuck now in a little bit of a pickle, taking a whole bunch of damage. Gonna get the blue
He's
buff,
not safe.
But at what cost? Meech's gonna pick up that kill and say, you may have got that 100 gold from the blue buff. I'm gonna get 300 gold from killing you.
And look at all this vision, this offensive vision from Madison. They have pink wards all over their jungle. They're not gonna let go. It seems like they never take recalls. They're always in your face. They don't. Roosterbuck, he's having such a rough game. This Eclipse, you know, probably you need to be a little bit tankier for this one, Roosterbuck.
No. Yeah, War Nugget's in trouble, though. Gets ruptured, gets rooted
Indian
up
Frog.
by DM Looter, and Indian Frog says, nom, nom, nom. Picking up their 10th stack because Hyphen just...
Hyphen?
Dude, where are you, man? You're way in the back line as... might be the Baron started up here. No Cho'Gath Feast, so no extra stack for Indian Frog, but they've got the big tank. They've got the damage. They've got this Kog'Maw, this Karma, and Hyphen has come over just to say hello, as this should be Baron going in Cottage Cheese's favor. Nugget Mac going to try and run interference here. Has the Unstoppable Force. They are all stacked up really close. He could get a 5-man ultimate, but they're not going to risk it. It's just going to be the Baron going down in a 10,000 gold lead now for the side of Cottage Cheese.
And in 2 minutes, they have a Infernal Soul on this godlike scaling team. Oh no, GSW. I don't know what you can do to make a comeback here. Roosterbuck, you gotta. I think they need to clear out their vision and their bot side and just try and look for this steal. I think they can go for it. Roosterbuck, Lee Sin's a great champion for stealing objectives. They have the vision from War Nugget as well. So just try to get the steal off. Try not to get caught out in the process.
Actually, Blaze is going to be the one who's in trouble here. Gets red carded, and all of a sudden, this Kog'Maw's forced to run for the hills. Gets knocked up, but going to try and stay alive. Not going to be enough as from downtown comes the kill from Socialist. But here comes the rest of the fight. Hyphen has popped that Undying Rage. Going to try and get out of there, but look at the damage coming through from Speech as Indian Frog goes unstoppable. Eats the lead. Another kill going on to Hyphen as it is a 2-for-1 in favor of GSW thus far. Curtain's going to be opened up as Speech going to get blocked up by Indian Frog. But actually, not paying attention and going to get taken down by War Nugget. And all of a sudden, the side of GSW have found themselves a couple of extra kills. And they look poised to just prevent this. They take away 3 Baron buffs. They aren't out of the woods yet, but it is a one fight for them here at 26 minutes.
That's what I want to see. The Nuggets working together. Nugget, get on top of that Kog'Maw. Nugget, get on top of that Hyphen. Or just put the pressure on. Make these make them not run over you. You run them down. You have the opportunity to do that. Just try to get something going. It's unfortunate there wasn't Dragon Time. Dragon Time was still a little bit off, but a winning team fight can still put them in a position to get back into this game.
Yeah, as some more items are coming through now. Karma finishing up that Ardent Sensor. That's our 3rd item. Wet Sand and the Gwinsu, or the Rage Knife at least, is complete. But Warrior Nugget on this top side going to try and stun up Indian Frog, who walks up and will just take a bite there. Indian Frog right now sitting on 12 stacks on the Cho'Gath. Excuse me. He still has a minion to jump. Oh, no, he ate the monster, so... Yeah. He is stacked up on those minions. He has eaten 5 champions and 1 Baron, or 1 Dragon at least. And with Dragon now up and available, Cho'Gath has completed that 3rd item. 16 stacks right now. And looking at that health check, 5,287 health onto Cho'Gath.
Oh, goodness, I don't think there's any way they can kill this guy. This guy is too big. What damage do they have against him?
He's
looks
roughly
like
the size of a barge, as Jin actually built Collector, so that's going to cut through that health. Collector Jin, no. Actually, at least
let's go!
Get that one. Here comes the Nugget ultimates on top, but Nugget Mac gonna be knocked up once again as Indian Frog didn't have the feast up and available. Hyphen missed the smite. That's gonna be the Infernal Soul stalled out for another 5 minutes by the side of GSW, but will they be able to stall out the game for another 5 minutes here as the 5 stack coming through that mid lane here. Hyphen doesn't have that Undying Rage, but you have Indian Frog in the front here. He is so tanky. He is large.
He could just walk into the Nexus if he wanted to.
Gonna keep walking forward. Has that Ardent Sensor buff as well. Gonna be attacking real quick as well, but they're going to look for this inhibitor. They don't have the Baron buff anymore, but it's still another 10 seconds on that Malphite as Indian Frog moving forward. Going to force the flash out of Socialist. Going to be looking for someone to chomp down on Indian Frog. Is taking up so much damage from this turret. Going to be the kill onto the Karma, though. As Indian Frog just eats the Lulu, says, I'm going to eat you as a cupcake this time around. Going to be running for the hills here. No Warmogs quite yet. Indian Frog actually getting rooted up. He's down to about 300 health. He's going to be able to pace himself out of their DM looter with a great root. As Roosterbuck still looking for a little bit more.
Nugget with
Here comes the Destiny Gate. Where are they aiming? They're going to sit in that bush, but he's on vision there. DM looter trying to flash away, but won't be enough. Hyphen. Oh my goodness.
Hyphen.
Is he over the wall with the Gale Force? Indian Frog going to get out of there. Hyphen going to try and get out of there, as it is going to be 2 kills on the back end of that, only for the Lulu traded, as GSW is still making this one interesting despite being down 10,000 gold.
Oh man, I mean, Indian Frog's kind of running it all the way into the Nexus. What I just said, a little bit too hype. You can wait for the minions, buddy. The minions are helpful. I know they're small, but they're, a cannon minion can still help you out getting a turret. Actually, the part of the play that made the most difference there was when they lost Smeech. Smeech is like a crucial factor of Madison just going as far as they can. They need Smeech to keep shielding them, pushing them forward. And I believe a wild card hit Smeech in the back line. It looks like they're setting up a pick here, but they're on top of a ward.
Yeah, they tried to find the play. Unfortunately, unable to find that one. They're going to be shut down on the back end of it, but Blaze at this point starting to build up towards that Guinsu, so we'll start to dish out a whole lot of damage as well, but looks like the side of Cottage Cheese are just going to continue rotating around the map, pick up some of these tier 2s that they haven't picked up yet. When you have this Karma buffing up 2 effective hyper carries here, it's going to be really difficult to defend any towers.
And we're here, we're in the late game. This is their moment, 30 minutes in. This is the roughest part of the game. It's gonna soon be for GSW. They're just gonna be choked out of all their lanes. Gonna be losing these objectives. You know, we're just gonna have to see another Rooster Buck and the Nuggets get on top of either this Kog'Maw and just try to steal these objectives away. But they need to clear out their vision. Here they go on for Indian Frog. Can he even be?
They're looking for Indian Frog. They actually have a decent amount of damage here. Who will get the shutdown? It will be Jin picking it up. Collects that 1,000 gold shutdown, and still something to be desired as the curtain call gets opened up, but it's really only to try and stop this. You know, not enough damage put down, and Jin does missing % health damage as the side of Cottage Cheese going to make like a tree and leave that one, picking up that inhibitor in the meantime. So get 1 inhibitor on the back end of it, and Baron is up and available. That's the best inhibitor to take if you're looking for that purple worm.
I thought they just killed the Baron with that big old Indian Frog over there. They don't get a Baron buff for that? What is this? Well, well, they still need to sweep out some vision and try to get up to this Baron. Rooster Buck, you got the last smite steal. Let's see if you can go for it. Again, I'm believing in you. You have all my faith. Looks like a lot of items for GSW. They're getting a little bit back into the gold. They're about...
they're not that close quite yet, but of note here, Karma picked up the support item, and this is some tech that I really like to see, because at this point in the game, Karma does not need to farm anymore. She is full build. She has that Medjai's, which she could potentially switch out later on, but she's full build. She has the 3 items that are important. She can build that support item and get money off of just hitting champions now, not really need to farm, and give Kog'Maw as much buffs as possible, give them the vision that they need. So I like this adaptation coming through, but Blaze is alone hunting. He gets spotted out here. No. Socialist might be looking for it, but goes with the Deadly Flourish first there. Interesting option, but Dragon is going to be spawning in about 5 seconds. They have a little bit of a split decision here. There are 3 members on the top side of the map thinking they're going for Baron, but Rooster Buck's the only one who realizes what's going on. Going to get spotted out on Vision. Here comes the teleport coming through. Onto the backside. Rooster Buck going to be in a little bit of trouble. No shot to smite steal this one here, as Meech going to pick that one up, as Hyphen just going to start to bash down on this Infernal Dragon. No stealing this time. Warner got forced to flash away as well, as that's going to be the soul picked up for the side of Cottage Cheese. They've got themselves an 11,000 gold lead, looking for a little bit more. Will they be able to find the end to this game here with this Infernal Soul? Looks like Baron is going to be first on the menu, though. Indian Frog has the ultimate ups here, so you have that ultimate smite combo. Smite it down from about 2,000 HP.
Yes, sir. They tried to go ward up. They a little bit of a split call. Maybe they could have gone to the Baron while Madison was going for the Dragon, but they a little bit too split calls. Rooster Buck was thinking, he was feeling it. He was like, you know what? I'm gonna go smite this next Dragon away. Maybe we can win off if I get this next smite. But looks like Nugget Mac's gonna be a little bit delayed his recall. So, oh my God, Hyphen, he doesn't stop spinning.
Yeah, Hyphen has so much ability haste when you take into account those Navori Quick Blades. Gonna be hit with that Sonic Wave, gonna try and get out of there. Unfortunately, Rooster Buck not able to get in line. Everyone's lining up here. Blaze gonna be forced to flash out of there, actually, has a lot of damage coming through. Rooster Buck misses that Warthog as they start to turn this around. The Destiny Gate is on the side. Ward Nugget is on the top side of this fight. But Indian Frog has shown up, and that is 7,000 HP on the Cho'Gath here. You cannot shut this man down. He is roughly the size of a barge, as Gaston would say. But looking at that mid lane inhibitor right now, they've got the Baron buff on all 5 members. A couple of low health bars, though. Blaze, DM, Looter, and Hyphen not looking the healthiest, and they only have 1 cannon minion, but there is a way pushing it from the bottom side. Here comes the last stand. GSW have to make a play here. They get the Sonic Wave, but it's onto Indian Frog. Gonna get kicked back, but not into anyone else. Huge double into the backline, though. 3-man knock up there for Nugget Mac, but he will get taken down. Indian Frog is just distracting in that front line. Gonna look for the Nom here. Not gonna get it quite there, as they're just gonna move forward, and that's gonna be the game going to Madison Esports. Cottage Cheese, they pick up game 1 as Indian Frog glitches out a little bit there as well.
Well, Madison with the surprising picks. It works out for them. great draft, surprising draft. You know, I'll give it to Madison. They did a great showing for this game. Well done, Madison. Well done. Clappers, clappers.
Yeah, Madison able to pick themselves up that Game 1 victory, and we'll have to keep our eye on if the side of GSW can get themselves back up on their feet and get back into this one. But we're going to head to a short break, and when we're back, we're going to have Game 2 on the Rift of Madison Esports Cottage Cheese versus GSW Esports. Don't go anywhere.
Hello there, everybody. Nice to meet you guys. I'm out here. I'm Proxio here, casting today with Rare Adam, a lovely, lovely caster. He's doing such a great job over here. You know, we're swapping a little bit of the roles. Man, Madison surprising us last game with their comp. What was that? That was awesome to see. Madison.
Yeah, Madison Esports Cottage Cheese really came out with that late game scaling comp. We saw the adaptation with the Tryndamere jungle there, really sort of throwing a wrench into a lot of our expectations in a way, and unfortunately Roosterbuck wasn't able to capitalize on that. Of note, the Tryndamere actually gets banned away, but for the side of GSW, they are swapping around some members. Roosterbuck going into the AD carry position, Socialist going mid, Nugget Mac is currently lined up in the jungle, and War Nugget's currently lined up top lane. So a lot of
we see these. Yeah, there's a lot of swapping going around. Looks like they weren't too satisfied with how the last game went, so they're gonna try to like switch it up, give them the surprise now. So we'll have to see if GSW can make a comeback and surprise them in this draft now as well, and utilize their champions in a better way. It looks like we got the Teemo Lulu bans for GSW or for Madison Esports Cottage Cheese, and for GSW just banning out the Tryndamere and Lucian. It looks like I would assume that we would get those support first picks like last time, because they first picked Lulu for GSW, and Madison first picked the Zyra Kog'Maw. So they don't want to see the Zyra Kog'Maw. They're very threatened by this Lulu Kog'Maw. They're very threatened by that, because I mean Kog'Maw didn't really put in the work that game. It was mostly that huge Shogun. I think Smeech was MVP for sure though. He was doing everything he needed to do, especially not dying in that early part of the game. We'll have to see if Smeech can, play. I'm curious on what the mid lane draft will actually be here.
Yeah, and last game we saw those mid laners picked up relatively early. Really curious to see what this first pick is. The Zyra is banned away, so really taking those supports from last game off the table. They want to see something different, and honestly not the worst case scenario when you have that game down. You want to sort of refresh and recycle your ideas, but Morgana first pick is extremely interesting in my opinion. It's always seen as a counter pick, but it just got first picked here.
Whoa, and we have a Victor into the second pick, huh? So, I'm not even sure. With the swap for Roosterbuck and Roosterbuck went to AD carry, and Socialist was the AD carry from last game. He was the one playing Jhin. He's now playing mid lane. I think Socialist had actually a pretty decent showing on the Jhin. He was landing up follow up the W from Jhin. I can't remember the name of the ability right now.
Yeah.
Deadly Flourish. He's setting up some follow up Deadly Flourishes, and now seeing him on this Victor potentially. I think that could actually be a good thing for him. Into Smeech, Victor has a lot of good AoE damage that Morgana and Seraphine though. I don't know about this comp from Madison Esports. We're gonna have to see where this comp is leading towards.
Very much like their team name. You can smell it in the air. It's as if it was aged like a fine egg. This is a cheese comp by potentially coming out here. Morgana Seraphine could be flexing either of them mid lane, could see a Morgana Seraphine bot lane, but Indian Frog says, Cho'Gath, you saw it. You saw those executes. I'm going to play another execute champion. Here comes Darius coming through, but the Fiora answer from either War Nugget or Nugget Mac here, really interesting, because Fiora can have a great time into Darius. Darius has a very sort of easy to see.
Yeah,
you see his E coming out. You see his ult coming out. Really easy to repose some of those if you have your eyes open.
It's very telegraphed what Darius is going to do,
yes.
But Madison Cottage Cheese, what are they? They're cheesing me. I would have to assume they're cheesing us here. Who knows where these champions are gonna go? Could that Darius be a Darius jungle? We just saw a Tryndamere jungle. What? Could Seraphine go mid? Could Morgana go jungle? What is Madison Cheese gonna do? I don't know how they would just draft against this team. GSW, you're in a rough spot.
And one thing to note that we learned from yesterday, these teams, they are willing to flex things around. We saw the Tristana mid lane come through last night out of 4 Cheese Blend, going for the Ziggs bot lane instead. So a little bit of flexibility coming through, but the Caitlyn going to be banned away from Cottage Cheese as well as that Rengar. So really worried about Hyphen or Indian Frog's Rengar there. There's the Lilia banned away from the side of GSW. They want to take that magic damage away from the jungle, but you already have that Victor. I don't think you would go for the Lilia either. And the Nami ban is a little questionable as well, because Ezreal Nami doesn't really provide the same sort of oomph as other supports with Ezreal do.
After looking at the bans and picks from last game, I do believe this is Indian Frog taking the Darius into the top lane. So yes, we will have Fiora and Darius in the top lane. Like you said, it's going to be very telegraphed for Fiora in this matchup. But it looks like Indian Frog gets a lot of support from his jungler whenever he is playing the lane really well. So we'll have to see how Warnug is going to be able to handle these jungle ganks into the top lane. Should get some wards up, and I'm curious to see what the next jungle champions will be here.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what they opt for as well, because the Soraka getting picked up here recently got that buff to make her remove all sorts of grievous wounds, which is scary because that was your main counter to her before.
Look at what we see. Oh, he just doesn't stop. Right-click champions. Oh, Hyphen. You're just gonna play Tryndamere you're gonna play Master Yi right after Tryndamere? Oh, Hyphen.
Oh my goodness. This is actually really smart from them though, because they have the Morgana and the Seraphine already. You have double enchantresses, which means that this Master Yi will get a lot of resources. And from what we saw out of Smeech last game, plays a very supportive style of mid laner. I think this is the Seraphine going into the mid lane, the Morgana going bot lane to pair up with that Varus. You can stack that crowd control really easily, and especially when you're laning into something like an Ezreal Soraka where they want to sort of play very far back, you have to match that in some way, and Morgana Varus is one way to do so.
Now, War Nugget, you could go Malphite here again. We'll have to see what you're going to look for. Oh, no, you're going to Fiora. So we're actually looking for the jungle right here. We're looking for Nugget Mac. Nugget Mac going for Rammus? Oh, man. They always pick a counter to these right-click champs, and Rammus is actually not a favored matchup into Master Yi. Master Yi does true damage with his Eon, so Rammus doesn't get the bonus resistances from his armor. Doesn't really apply as much to Master Yi, so not sure about that pick, but we'll have to see how it works out. He does have early ganking advantage over Master Yi, so we'll have to see.
Yeah, and it's a little bit interesting to see how all this is going to play out, because, you know, they've put all of the eggs into the Hyphen basket, I feel like, this time around. Trusting him on this Master Yi. The Tryndamere was one thing where you were able to stay alive despite all of that. But this time, banned away, and the Master Yi coming through. You have the double Enchantress, but you still got to be extremely careful here, because Master Yi gets taunted up, and all of a sudden you just have people who are able to burst it down. And I think that is the biggest worry from Nugget Mac on this Rammus, that if you get taunted up, you are in trouble as the Master Yi.
That's probably, you know, any CC can hard lock down this Master Yi, but they don't really have that much CC. They have a taunt, and they have the Victor Gravity Field, but that takes a couple of seconds to activate. So Master Yi might just be able to roam free, and he has a Morgana. So any CC that's potentially coming towards Hyphen's way, you know, Morgana's Black Shield, it's a deadly combo, and I'm getting a feeling GSW is going to have a tough time trying to get this advantage on this game. But we'll have to see how they play this early game. I want to see GSW get this early game Rammus into the lanes and try to get some strong, powerful ganks off. So Nugget Mac, it's on you. It's on you to get some stuff done in this early game.
Yeah, it's really gonna be the onus is on Rammus, as you said, to try and find some of these early plays, especially on this bot lane here. You know, you can taunt up the person who isn't black shielded, and they are going to be in trouble. So I think that this Morgana has a whole lot of value this game, but she needs to make sure that she is saving the member that matters. And in a lot of the cases, it may be Master Yi, but Fiora does a lot of true damage. Victor's able to stun, silence, lots of crowd control coming through, and Master Yi does not like that. So might be a little bit of an interesting game to see out of Hyphen here, but should be interesting nonetheless, Proxio.
Perhaps we're gonna get the Nugget synergy, get this Fiora ahead, and try to just shut down Indian Frog. Don't let him do what he did last game. Don't let him become a giant worm. You know, he's got a Darius axe, but you know, you don't want that axe to turn into a worm. I'm making a crazy metaphor here, but anyways, we're gonna get into this game soon enough. We're gonna have to see what the builds are gonna be coming out for this Master Yi. I'm wondering what he currently builds right now. I believe it's actually Shield Bow for Master Yi.
Yes. Do
So
not go Duskblade on Master Yi because I will get angry. Regardless, I think Duskblade wouldn't be the option here anyways because you're facing a Rammus. Very likely we see the Kraken Slayer come through though because you need to make sure that you are doing a little bit more of that true damage, especially to the likes of a Rammus. Means that the Rammus has to build more health as opposed to just straight armor. And when you already know that Rammus is going first item, Thornmail, most likely into a Turbo Chem tank, you can't take advantage of those early stages where the Rammus won't be as tanky. So I think Hyphen needs to build really smart here, but still going to be quite interested. Main thing I want to see is Indian Frog's Darius because this Soraka, while she is able to heal her teammates, she can't really save herself if there's a Darius dunking her.
yeah, and that's the thing they're also gonna have to watch out for. Indian Frog, if Rammus goes in, Indian Frog could stack up off of Nugget Mac, and once Darius has full hemorrhage stacks, he could just start applying those stacks to everybody on the enemy team and easily kill Girl in Red, Rooster Buck, War Nugget, anybody that has a full hemorrhage stack on them is going down.
Yeah, they would be going down at that, but regardless, we'll have to see how this game works out because there's still a lot to learn here, as we should be getting into game soon.
All right.
And I guess we'll head to a quick break, but when we're back, we will see if Cottage Cheese can make us go to bed early or if GSW are going to come back in game 2. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Style Esports. press play.
Hello and welcome back to Style Esports game GSW versus Madison Esports Cottage Cheese. We have GSW on the blue side and Madison Esports Cottage Cheese on the red side. We have a Rammus with Ignite in the jungle. What is this? What are we seeing right here?
I don't know. That was my question. We were looking at this, and I see the Ignite come through. I'm like, no shot, man. But looks like that is the option that Nugget Mac wants to go for. Potentially looking for some early cheese plays, but Smeech is actually going to get spotted out on a ward. They're going to know that there is deep vision being placed by the side of Smeech, but actually
a pink ward.
Control ward.
A control ward.
I like that.
Smeech inside the enemy jungle. They have information that he went in there and definitely warded that. So Nugget Mac is going to be, and actually, this is the because they would have seen it on the just from their vision. So Nugget Mac, you're going to be getting tracked this game by Hyphen, and we saw Hyphen last game. He just clears faster. So we'll have to see if the switch from Roosterbuck to Nugget Mac jungle, if he can. He is playing Rammus. He's not going to clear faster than Hyphen. And Hyphen, look, he has the ward over the wall to get the Alpha Strike over to the Krugs. How funny.
That's obviously something planned. I mean, it did pick up the sweeper as well, so we'll actually still have a trinket available. But top side here, War Nugget does have to be careful of this level 1 from Indian Frog. Generally, the Darius bleed will just start to stack up over time, but Fiora generally starts to switch that matchup in around level 4, and then at level 6, she has the ability to do so, but more so, we're waiting for War Nugget to get to that sort of level 11 mark where Fiora does start to take over that matchup once she builds her Mythic. And I want to see what this Fiora builds for a Mythic, because with the changes to Gore Drinker, there have been some thoughts that maybe you go back towards the Trinity Force or Divine Sunder build, but I still think Gore Drinker is a good item. You can still opt for my favorite Fiora build, which is Essence Reaver into Shield Bow, but
definitely
not everyone likes that build.
Definitely. We'll have to see, especially with these nerfs to Conqueror. We'll have to see. We'll have to see what both Indian Frog and War Nugget are going to go for. Indian Frog is a noted Darius player, though, so he got his Darius banned last game, but now he's coming in with this Darius. So, of course, he's putting the pressure of the hurt on. So, and it looks like Nugget Mac potentially didn't get spotted out by that pink ward. I believe he actually wrapped it. No, he did his Raptors, so he got spotted out, but he didn't clear that pink ward. So, so he's gonna just be clearing up to top side. Both junglers are just clearing up to top side. Gonna be contesting for this first crab at potentially 3:30. So we'll have to see. Nugget Mac's looking like he's gonna go straight to there, but he doesn't have prio in either of his lanes. Smeech and Indian Frog pushing the lane. Indian Frog getting a early cheater recall as well, picking up a cloth armor. So that's good for him.
Yeah, I don't know if cloth armor is the right buy in a cheater recall there. I think maybe. Especially with the gold that he was backing on, believe he could have purchased a longsword and potentially just another health potion. I think that's more worth it to try and bully out this lane. But the wave is pushing back, maybe just a little bit worried about War Nugget, but here comes the trade up on top side.
Popping Ghost. So we have Indian Frog popping Ghost, and we have the Repose already out from War Nugget. He only has a flash left. Darius is full stacked on his Hemorrhage. Hyphen goes for the flash, but War Nugget just flashes back, but Indian Frog goes for the flash play, but the bleed is not going to be enough to take down this War Nugget, this Fiora. So War Nugget's going to get out, potentially just TP back to lane, but he already is at a disadvantage. He has all his minions pushing in, so Indian Frog could just potentially freeze it up into the top lane. We'll have to see how that is going down. Nugget Mac is just clearing his jungle. I would like to see some Ignite plays going down, Nugget Mac. Come on, you're playing Rammus. You got to get some early game prowess. Hyphen is already ganked before you, and he's counter jungling your topside Raptors, I believe. Oh my goodness.
One thing to point out here is the fact that while Darius is able to freeze this lane, War Nugget wasn't able to teleport back because of the threat of the dive from Master Yi coming back around for the regank. And of note, though, War Nugget will have that teleport advantage for the entire game. Indian Frog took the Ghost, already popped that, so has to be careful. And now Fiora knows exactly what's going on this top side. The best thing for Master Yi to do is just stand in that lane and keep this Darius getting this farm safely against the Fiora, because if she's able to walk up and get a decent trade onto Indian Frog here, they're going to be able to push in the wave.
Looks like we have a invade coming in from Hyphen, but he's getting CC'd, he's getting locked down, and he's getting ignited by Nugget Mac. He gets the first blood. Oh, not good for your scaling champion. You never want to get your scaling champion having some first bloods in the early game. He was just a little bit too greedy there, going for the Raptors. He saw the Krugs. He saw the Raptors, but he needs to try Nugget Mac a little bit better. And he gets his reset, though. Or he goes back to base, so he gets his Noon Quiver. So he is a bit stronger than Nugget Mac right now. So we'll have to see. Actually, Nugget Mac hasn't reset, so he's 5K or 500 gold above him. So we'll have to see if he gets his reset in. Indian Frog, his Ghost is down. No flashes in this lane. They're just scrapping it out, but he hits level 6. Indian Frog proccing the W.
Not gonna
crippling
find it,
strike. But here comes Nugget Mac up to the top lane. Hasn't reset yet though. Hits him with the taunt. Oh, setting up for War Nugget perfectly. Nugget Mac, early game prowess in the jungle. That's exactly what you need to be doing.
Yeah, and this wave is going to be in a really tough position for Darius as well. It was just starting to bounce back towards War Nugget here. Going to push that in because there's no teleport available. Able to get a little bit of a good recall, and War Nugget has enough mana to push this through. Of note, that is the Sheen picked up early, so maybe towards the Trinity Force, which I would actually like to see this game. And unfortunately, Indian Frog, despite hitting level 6 first there, unable to find anything. Really unfortunate that they burned the Ghost and the Flash earlier. Having one of those would have led to a death onto War Nugget, I believe.
And junglers, also, it's always good to help your laners push in their lanes. You know, War Nugget had to get a little bit of a stifled recall there, and you know, if you can ever just help your laners push in their lanes after you get a successful kill, that's always helpful. So try to do that, you know, especially when you're in comps. Nobody's gonna flame you here. I mean, unless you got teammates like that, but I'm sure you don't want to be on a team that's gonna be flaming you. Like, what are you doing? You touching my wave? It's like, nah, man, I'm just trying to help. So
I mean, I've definitely gotten that before, where sometimes I try and be the good jungler or the good support, and sometimes I'm like, you know what, this wave should get pushed in, and then my ADC is like, what are you doing? You're pushing the wave, it's gonna freeze. And I'm like, no, it's not. It is not going to freeze. But regardless, as it stands right now, a better early game coming through from GSW here. Not the biggest gold lead, but it is substantial enough to matter, as Hyphen's looking for a play on this bot side. Hasn't spotted out the ward yet. This
both wishes warded. Oh, but they set up the bind, the dark bind, and Hyphen's just going for it. He's sending it, but it's Ezreal you're jumping into. He doesn't have his E, so okay, he's just gonna flash away. And we have a TP coming in from War Nugget. Oh no, that's Socialist. Socialist is here. He's using the Chaos Storm, going down. All right, here comes Nugget Mac with the taunt. Oh, but Hyphen dodges it with the Alpha Strike, but he's still taunted. But they don't have any cooldowns to get onto Hyphen. There's the Black Shield. Smeech TP down. Looks like it's just gonna be a whoa! But Smeech goes for the ulti, setting up another dark bind, but Smeech is gonna pick up one for Girl in Red. Oh man, it looks like it was just gonna be just a trade of just abilities, but now we're back into the top lane. Indian Frog going really hard, aggressively onto this War Nugget. Pops the Ghost, 5th stack, Hemorrhage on. Does she have the riposte? Oh nope. Indian Frog goes for the dunk, but we have another play down here over into the red side jungle. Nugget Mac versus, he gets it. Socialist just helps out just with the Aftershock E on Victor, but they get the shutdown on Smeech. Smeech is getting ahead in this game. That was a good TP in the bot lane.
Yeah, they actually even up that game. They end up getting 3 kills across the map for 1. War Nugget forced to burn that teleport as well, but Indian Frog up on that top side, able to capitalize, and with the item build I see here, I hope that is a Trinity Force and not a Stride Breaker. I would not be happy if I see a Stride Breaker in this patch, because Stride Breaker is arguably worse than the Gore Drinker nerfs, but yeah, that's the
Earthbound X.
It could build into either one.
It could be a Trinity Force. Okay. We saw a swap of items. We see the Kindle Gem now for Darius, Indian Frog. We'll have to wait and see. Yeah. I'm not sure what Seraphine's actually building towards. She's building potentially that
Rylai's. Yes, that's Rylai's so that her first E roots and then her second one stuns. It's
interesting.
Quite a smart build. It does mean you stall out that Mythic, but I think that honestly Smeech is going to go for that more supportive style again. Build the...
Oh, we have Hyphen up in there in the top lane, popping the R, going on to War Nugget. Indian Frog with the flash, engage on Darius. But War Nugget just flashes away, but the Alpha Strike follows.
Oh,
we have Girl in Red. Oh, but the dive is so close, but the abilities just save him. Poof. But Indian Frog, we have Nugget Mac coming in from the back. They're going for this play.
Oh, no.
Onto Hyphen. He flashes away. But the soaring slam. Oh, and then the taunt. Can Indian Frog potentially clean this up? No, he cannot. Socialist is here. Chaos Storm's down. They run him down. They get the cleanup kills. Oh, man. Nugget Mac is coming clean. Coming in clutch in this early game. 5 KP. 3 kills. 2 assists. Good job, Nugget Mac. This Ignite is paying off.
The Nugget Mac with the moves there. Honestly, I thought Hyphen could get out of there. I think if they walk into the other bush or walk in between and flash into the alcove, that works better for vision play, but that's just me being a little bit of a flash master in my own right. Just tooting my own horn a little bit, but regardless, while Socialist did move up top side, Smeech is able to pick up what looks to be 2 plates in that mid lane, so they're able to get a little bit of gold back. And I think the main theme here is the fact that for every play that GSW do, there's always at least an equal play on the opposite side of the map. You can see that Hyphen now going to move towards that bot side and pick up that dragon here. Really late first dragon, though, 11.5 minutes.
Yeah, and we don't... the gold lead is just about 300 gold. Rooster Buck sending a cheeky little... what is this ability called? A cheeky little Essence Flux? True Shot Barrage, of course. I always hear it. You always hear the True Shot Barrage. Sending a little cheeky True Shot Barrage in, but not going to work out. This bot lane's been actually no... one assist for DM Looter and 1 death on Girl in Red, but bot lane looks like they're just going to be scaling up. Ezreal going towards Trinity Force. No, that's Divine Thunder. He's going towards his Divine Thunder soon. And Indian Frog, they're starting up the Herald. They're going double objectives over here.
Yeah, and this is really good for them to pressure this mid lane of note because there's 3 plates down already. They might try and give some of that gold over to this Darius to try and swing this matchup even further. As we said, level 11 is where War Nugget is going to start to come online. Don't really know what they're building. They have a Sheen and a pickaxe that doesn't build into anything together.
Nugget Mac MIA ping the red buff, sitting over in the red buff for Hyphens, sitting in the blue side jungle. Nugget Mac looking like they're gonna make a play onto this bot side. We have the flank from Socialist. Here we go. We have the no, doesn't look like anything has happened. The Chaos Storm does come out, and here comes Nugget Mac. He's maybe gonna finish it. The Soaring Slam, the True Shot Barrage, Chaos Storm. Ability names are coming out. They're going for the dive. DM Looter. There's nobody here to help. There's no TP on Smeech just yet. The TP just comes up. But DM Looter's just sitting in between the turret, and
this
got
is
people looking all around.
Really good for this Morgana.
Oh, no, it's not.
Yeah, she's going to go down. Nugget Mac, though.
Smeech. But he has the Girl in Red just to help him peel off. Hyphen just sending the Herald down mid. It's so close to going down. I believe the turret has about 84 HP. How much is it? 58 HP. So mid lane turret very close to going down.
Yeah,
but it looks like
as well.
Yeah. GSW, they're coming and really strong in this early game, so we're gonna have to see. And it looks like Seraphine's going towards her next item, the Battle Glass Mirror, coming out.
Yeah, I think this is going to be either the Moonstone again or maybe an Imperial Mandate coming through. I think I'd like that better to come through from this Seraphine this game, considering she does have a little bit more prowess, and she has those 2 kills, so she needs to sort of make up some of the magic damage on this team. Imperial Mandate does give you extra AP for each item you build as well, but up on this top side right now, still trying to figure out who's really winning this matchup. Indian Frog has the gold lead right now, and if we take a look at that, actually we'll take a look at that after this.
We have Socialist coming in, and Nugget Mac's already in here with the taunt. Indian Frog's getting caught out, but he's running away with the ghost. Nugget Mac, sorry slam, any abilities? No, I don't think you can catch him, buddy.
You got out.
He got out. He's ghosting away. But we have the True Shot Barrage coming in. But it just Unfortunate. It was hype. It was hype. It was hype. But
It was hype. That's what it was.
it was close. GSW really making a name for themselves in this early game. It looks like okay, we had another play. Soaring Slam, Nugget Mac in there. Socialist going for the Chaos Storm. You know, yep, there's the Chaos Storm. I was gonna say he doesn't even need it, but nope. Shuts down Smeech even after he got the turret in mid lane. That's the first turret going down. The gold lead's actually still in GSW's favor.
Yeah, something to really emphasize here is the fact that this Victor is 5-0-1. Normally, you look at Victor as one of those late-game carries, but even despite Smeech's great performance in that mid lane, that's still a gold lead for this Victor, but there's a teleport on the bot side. Victor's here.
Oh! Socialites is in the bot lane! DM Looter has to flash away. Hyphen, it looks like they're just going to disengage off of this play. It doesn't look like they have any CC to lock anybody down, but DM Looter gets chunked out. Probably going to have to reset here.
Yeah,
gonna leave Blaze
as well. Oof.
Yeah, Blaze is gonna be all alone in this bot lane, but Nugget Mac's already in the blue side jungle. Nugget Mac is playing. I love this swap. This swap has been been really awesome. They've been Socialites have been putting in the work for the mid lane. Nugget Mac's been putting in the work for the jungle, and Roosterbug, you know, AD carries, they come online. He's doing a good job of holding it down, playing a safe lane with the Ezreal Soraka. It's a classic. You know, they're holding it down, and Indian Frog gets the top side. Oh. He hits the top turret, but there it is. There's the Stride Breaker.
He built Stride Breaker. I'm not happy about it. But regardless, of note, Fiora's going to actually build towards the core drinker here. There is no chance that you can build an item other than a mythic with the Iron Spike Whip, so it wouldn't even let her purchase the Trinity Force if she wanted to, unfortunately. That's a fun fact I learned. You cannot build components for 2 mythics, which means that if you buy a Leeching Leer, you're building Riftmaker. But regardless here, the Stride Breaker coming through is a little bit meh for me. I don't really like that item in general. I think it's been kind of
like
just
they're
ruined.
Grouping up for this team fight. Nugget Mac a 50-50 on the smite. Nugget Mac gets the smite down, but he's rooted up, gets minded. Indian Frog is here for the play. Warnug is getting some time to her split push, but the Soaring Slam is huge! Indian Frog, maybe he can set up for some hemorrhage stacks. He's going for the dump, but Girl in Red's just peeling him off. Hyphen's down. Nugget Mac's in the back line. Gonna finish off DM Looter back here with Roosterbug, giving him the kill. Oh no, he doesn't get the kill. Indian Frog, he gets TP'd on by War Nugget, and War Nugget knocks him down. It's a lost fight for Madison, and they're going for the dive on Blaze. Come on, man! He's just the last man. They're taking him down. They're gonna take the tower after 2. Nugget Mac, 6-1-5, popping off with this Ignite Rammus. Don't doubt him. Don't doubt him. He's here to play.
Yeah, and one thing to note is that was just an ace for the side of GSW. They're able to turn what was only about a 2,000 gold lead for them into now almost a... Man, doing math on stream, never a good idea.
5,000
gold lead. Very close to 5,000 gold lead, and this is looking really grim for the side of Madison Esports Cottage Cheese. Their Master Yi not online. The Seraphine starting to fall behind. The Varus isn't providing anything right now apart from some poke, and looking at the flip side, look at those items that are coming through. Victor's going to be able to back and finish up the most of a second item. Actually, just finishes up the Morello. I think he said on the Oblivion Orb a little longer. But regardless, still building that second item and building towards whatever the third item could be. Could be a Void Staff coming through. Fiora finishing that Gore Drinker, and Rammus well on his way towards a Thornmail. So this is really looking tough for the side of Cottage Cheese. They needed some more gold on their key members like this Master Yi, and unfortunately just hasn't been able to come online yet.
Now we're going to have to see what they're doing lane assignments here. They're going to send War Nugget back into the top lane, but it's going to be face shaking right into Hyphen, or not perfect.
Thinking against it. Really
all
smart.
Right. Yeah, you know, he's like, I got a feeling somebody could be up here in this top lane, so I'm gonna take the little cheeky way out. So Hyphen's really sad. He's going to just walk back into his jungle, do nothing. Roosterbug sending, just checking the Rift Herald, making sure Hyphen's not doing it. I would love to see how they GSW is going to extenuate this lead they have. It looks like they're kind of like backing off in the plays and letting Madison come back and clear out some vision and set up for the next play. I believe the dragon is coming up. No, we just had a dragon fight. Dragon is in 2 minutes actually. So setting up for this next dragon play. It's a Cloud Drake. So a lot of good ultis for Madison Esports, using the Seraphine ulti, the Varus ulti, but we have another Nugget Mac coming out from the top side, trying to look for picks. They're getting river control here. Their neutral vision is looking really good for Madison Cottage Cheese Esports Cottage Cheese Madison. They're having
the cheese heads. They're from Wisconsin. That's all we know.
the cheese. It's happening.
Yeah, and they're still trying to look for these plays. I do appreciate that they are still keeping themselves within striking distance, and Master Yi now building towards a Guinsoo's Rage Blade is going to help a lot with some of that on-hit damage against the likes of this Rammus, but it might just be a little bit, it might be too little too late at this point, looking at the gold differences. Darius is the only one within a really close striking distance. Everyone else is falling behind pretty majorly. You can see 1,900 gold difference between the junglers right now.
We're seeing a little... no, it just looks like Nugget Mac is just going to take away those wolves and just walk out. I believe he got those wolves. And looks like they're starting to push up their lanes and get a little bit of mid lane control, but we're seeing a little bit of a stall out here, so this is looking good for Madison. They're, this is exactly what they want. They want to slow this game down, but as soon as this dragon comes out, people might get a little bit greedy and try to go for broke and go for that dragon, and I think they're gonna lose that fight if they come up with this, this huge gold lead that GSW has right now.
Now I have a really hot take here, Proxio. At this point, Blaze should go AP Varus.
Oh, interesting. How would that work?
So AP Varus, what it does is it scales really well off of his W. Varus's W, it does percent health damage. So when you get 3 stacks of Blight, which you get off of your ultimate, you're able to do a huge chunk of damage. You're able to detonate it really well with, of course, your piercing arrow. The reason why I say this is because right now, the more AD, like, lethality is going to do nothing against this Rammus. You've got to just worry about this Rammus, worry about this Fiora after. You need to deal some heavy chunks to them before this Soraka can come through, and it gives you more burst potential as opposed to sustained damage, which is what Soraka wants to play against as Smeech Force to Flash.
I understand, but it doesn't look like Blaze is going to be able to reset before this Drake fight, so I'm not sure if he's going to be going towards, I would assume, a Nashor's Tooth, or I'm not sure what you would get. A Death Cap on AP Varus?
Yes, well, you actually go into, you get what the build is supposed to be man immune into Ludens, into a bunch of AP items, but already has the Duskblade. It's just the idea that this Duskblade doesn't do anything this game, apart from deal damage to Soraka. And realistically, Victor is going to be able to get to the point where he builds his Zanya's Hourglass. You can see that stopwatch in inventory. And this Soraka is going to be staying far enough back, not going to build any armor, so that's really the only target you're looking at. And Ezreal's going to have enough health and maybe a Frozen Heart later.
Has no flash. Socialist is just going to run him down. He has no flash. The Chaos Storm is out, and just a last little Q to take him down. The Siphon power, siphoning the power from Smeech, and taking down the Songstress Seraphine. He doesn't want to see her in the Arcane series. It's only Victor showing up in that show.
Yeah, it's really looking more grim the later we get into this one. War Nuggets at the point where they can 1v1 this Darius if they have enough mana.
Oh, no. We have an Indian Frog just chilling in the bush. Oh, he's going for it. He pops the Ghost, pops the W. He has his team up here. DM Looter's here. He gets the bind, but it's repulsed. But that's a dump coming down. Oh, Socialist gets his kill onto Blaze. Indian Frog's popping off. He says another. No, he doesn't have a reset. Available. DM Looter's going to go down here on the top side. Rooster Bucks is going to finish him off. Oh, it looks like that was a little bit of a bait play, unfortunately. They get 2 kills.
They're trying to give it to Socialists.
No. Nugget Mac is 7-1-7.
Nugget Mac got with the burn from the Sunfire as well, but this is just going to be Baron started off, and unfortunately, while they get the pick onto War Nugget, Morgana took so much damage there. War Nugget did a great job of stalling that out with Master Yi pushing bot lane to try and get whatever gold they can. They're going to lose this Baron, and unfortunately, this game is starting to get more and more out of hand for the side of Madison Esports Cottage Cheese. They're really not looking very comfortable at this stage. This Baron is so slow, but I don't think it's going to matter.
There's no contests from them. They don't have any type of true shot barrage or anything. And Mastery's in the bot lane. At least he is accruing something back. That's always good to see, is like, if you can't make a play on one side of the map, you have to do something on the other side. So, Indian Frog trying to set up the play on War Nugget, but his teammates are is too close, and they're too far behind. So Nuggetmack's just running them over. Same with Socialist. Socialist is putting on a performance this game. He is 7-0 and 8. Socialist was the swap they needed to make this game really in GSW's favor. So we're gonna have to see. It doesn't look like he's going for the AP Varus build. I'm sorry to bust your bubble rare at him, but it looks like he's gonna keep going for some more physical damage items. Looks like Mana Moon's coming out soon.
Yeah, I think that the biggest issue at this point is just the fact that Victor's 7-0 and 8. This is a champion that scales so well into the late game. Has all 3 upgrades at this point.
Hyphen can't survive. He has to flash away, but he's going to get another Aftershock coming down. Oh, he doesn't go for it. Oh, Indian Frog gets choked out too. That's right through the Stairs Gauge. Chaos Storm running him down. Socialites. Look at him.
He's so fat. It's doomed.
He's the Death Sworn Victor. He's making their Death Sworn.
This is true. He is definitely swearing death upon them, as GSW just came out with a fury this game. They did not want to go down 2-0 to this team, and kind of showing that they've still got some life in them. They can play around with these swaps.
Oh, Soaring Slam! Woo!
Is dead.
Right into the Schuster Barrage. Love to see it. If you see somebody solo alone, just go for it, Rammus. Send that Soaring Slam in. Right into a setup for a True Shot Barrage. Gotta get the mid-tower. Inhibitor going down soon as well. Looks like GSW is just about to take full control and potentially in this game in the next 5 to 10 minutes. We'll have to see. I don't think Madison has any way of coming back in this game.
Yeah, they're still looking for some more plays around the map, but it's just kind of doomed at this point.
Yeah, Socialites is just too big. Nuggetmack is just going too far forward. Every time they walk up, they're going to get a bit of that Aftershock poke from Victor. Oh, nice. Nice Arcane Shift out of there to make sure you don't get pulled by Indian Frog. Now they have the mid lane. Oh!
It's over.
Oh, the damage is so big.
Yeah,
love to see the poke from Victor.
I'd love to see the score, too.
Yeah. We got a 420 kill score here. About a math 11k gold lead, I believe.
Yes, it's an 11,000 gold lead at this stage. Just there's too many stats on the side of GSW. You can see while Seraphine has 3 items, it's Enchantress items. They're not the most they're cheap, but they don't give you the stats to really carry the game. You need other people to really carry that load, and unfortunately, Varus going lethality here, trying to cut through Rammus isn't going to work. Darius had a decent early game, but still only sitting on 2 items compared to the 3.5 items now coming through from this Victor. Almost 3 complete items on this Ezreal as well. It's just the item difference at this point is a little bit too big, and if we look over at that gold, Rammus is going to pick up a full item. I believe he wants to go...
gold? I would assume Anathema Chains would be something that would be very good for him.
Randuin's.
Yep.
Yeah. I was thinking Force of Nature just to try and get some more movement speed, actually, but you can see the difference in gold here. It's about 3,500 between the 2 mid laners here, even the 80 carries at this point. Roosterbuck has had a rather quiet game, but has contributed when needed and has a 2,500 gold lead because of it.
I'm sure his ZPM is up there in the numbers. He's been landing some little bits of mystic shots, so I believe he's doing his job in the fight. I think Hyphen has been so just neutered. His sword is looking way smaller than it was last game. We have an engage here onto DM Looter. Oh my gosh, Nuggetmack's just sending it in. He doesn't care. He's taunting anything that he sees. Smeech is getting smitten. Nuggetmack, he can't stop going forward. Ignite Rammus. Recognize it. Their mid and bot are getting pushed in. Top is getting pushed in as well. Super Manias are flowing into the base. Nuggetmack is all the way behind the enemy team for Madison. They can't deal with this Rammus. Anything they shoot at him is just going to get returned back. Oh, we have a siege coming in from top. This is their last stand right here. Here goes Nuggetmack. Back in to get it. Taunting up Indian Frog. They're going for Blaze. The riposte is good. Witch comes down.
No.
Chaos Storms is down. They're running him down all the way into base. Top turret for the Nexus gets destroyed. They're all the way in their fountain. Socialites is popping the victory. Zonia's. Smeech did respawn, and Roosterbuck goes down. He takes a little bit of the inhibitor. Warnock is trying to finish off the game. Indian Frog gets a reset. They can just close the game out now. But Indian Frog goes down. Looks like they're going to get some last KDA padding
Socialists?
here.
Oh my goodness.
One last aftershock. Ah, yeah, siphon that power and get the dub. 11-0-11. Socialist with a perfect game. Good for you, man. Well done.
Yeah, just
Wow, yeah.
really well played game from. Really well played game from GSW as I absolutely butcher the transition there from the side of GSW to get back into that one. But really well played. I'm really interested to see how they play in this second game, or this third game, because they've got their wits about them now. They've got themselves back on their feet, and I'm really curious to see how this game 3 goes.
Yeah, the Hyphen looking, his sword was a lot smaller. His right arm was not as big as his left arm because Master Yi's, he needs to be holding, he needs the sword in just one hand, man. And you need something different. You gotta try to get back to your Trinamir. I know it was banned last game, but hopefully you can find another way to use this Enchanter mid lane hyper carry jungle combo to utilize that as your strength. You know, don't try to get too far behind. The Rammus counter pick was too strong. We have to, you know, the draft is what's the determining factor in these games. It feels like. So we'll have to see what next game's draft between GSW Esports and Madison Esports Cottage Cheese will be like. Yeah,
we're gonna head to a break and we'll be back in game 3.
We'll be back in game 3. Hello and welcome. GSW versus Madison Esports. Game 3 is on the way. G versus C. We got the Rengar, we got the Soraka bands coming in. Let's see what this final game has to hold for us. I hope we get to see another War Nugget, or I believe, yeah, War Nugget on... No, it was Indian Frog on the Cho'Gath. I hope we get to see another Indian Frog, Cho'Gath, Crazy Frog going down in the top lane. Banning out the Darius again, banning out the Victor. Madison does not want to see that last comp from last game. They are just banning out all of the obnoxious things they had to deal with that last one. Let's see if they ban a Rammus here. Oh man. Oh wait, no, it was this Madison. They had to ban out that, but we're not gonna be able to see Indian Frogs 11-12 stack monster Cho'Gath again because it's banned out, unfortunately. And the Rammus ban. They don't want to see the Ignite Rammus, but that does leave the Tryndamere open, the Lulu open, the Zyra open. There's a lot open right now for both teams. I believe GSW with their first pick, they're going for the Hecarim. That was banned in both games. Oh no, that was banned in the first game. Hecarim, yeah, I think he's a strong jungler right now, especially with his or he's an up-and-coming jungler that is not recognized. I think he's underrated for sure. He just got buffs recently. We're gonna have to see how Nuggetmax's gonna perform with him especially after the last game.
Yeah, Hecarim starting to rise in popularity once again with the damage build specifically, so you can go for either Divine Sunder or Trinity Force. Youmuu's is just a really good item too, so if you want to go fast, you can help him out there. But the Leona counter is interesting here because I think that the side of Cottage Cheese, they want to sort of park the bus a little bit more and play a little bit safer.
Yes, they picked for the last games. They've been picking Enchanter supports, but now they're going a little bit more aggressive actually with Leona. And Kayn was banned in last game, and we're seeing it come out again. Jungle. Oh, and the Hecarim Yuumi is a lovely combination. You just send in Hecarim right into the back line, and you're going to knock something down with Yuumi on top of him. Kayn is another jungle. These games are getting really jungle focused right now with early picks from support and jungle, just trying to, put their foot down and say, you know what, this game's gonna be my game. So we'll have to see. We have the Rise coming out for Socialists.
Yeah, Rise coming through, and Yuumi here. We get Hecarim Yuumi. This is a devastating combo, actually, for the side of GSW. It's going to be so strong.
We're going to have to see what the next pick is going to be. I would assume they would want to... Oh, they're going for Vex here. That's interesting. Smeech going for Vex. He's been playing Enchanter mids these last couple of games. He's played the Karma and the Seraphine, but Vex, she is not an Enchanter. She is a burst damage. Like, she's similar to Annie, is what I've heard. She has a CC on the Fear, but she has that next level of Annie. She's that 2021 version of Annie, where she has a dash that can reset and keep going on some killing sprees. So we'll have to see how Meech's Vex is going to play out here. Very strong champion.
Yeah, it can be very strong in the right hands, and really good at sort of shutting down some of the priority carries on the opposite side as well, because you can stuff the likes of a Hecarim in some ways, because the second half does count as a dash. So we're really going to be interested to see how Vex plays this one out.
Yes. And we have the 80 carry bans going for Madison Esports, banning the Ezreal and the Tristana, and we have the other 80 carries coming out from GSW, banning the Misfortune and the Caitlyn. So we'll have to see what the next picks. They're pinching out the 80 carry pool. We've seen Varus, we've seen Jhin. We'll have to see what we're going to see in these next couple of picks for ADCs. But right now I'm really liking GSW's comp of just the Hecarim Yuumi. It's just clear strength right there. Vayne is an interesting champion. I would actually like to see Vayne picked into Vex, so it's kind of like a counter pick.
Yeah. But Vayne Leona is an interesting combo, though. You have a lot of lockdown. You have ways to get in there early and often. But at the same time, Jin with the Yumi really taking advantage of the extra AD that you get onto Jin by having the Yumi on top of him. And Fiora are going to come through once again. They're going to say that that wasn't the issue last game. It was a good pick.
It's definitely something that helped them win through the game a little bit earlier as well. Jin Yumi is another disgusting combo. It's I don't know if you ever played Jin with a Yumi on Earth. He is so fast. He is zooming around the map, just Jin in general. That zoomies are really activated if with the Jin Yumi. So they're gonna be going fast and they're gonna be running down Madison. So we're gonna have to see. We have the last pick Urgot coming out. Fiora versus Urgot here. So we're having the readies going out for this third game. So we're going to have to see what's going to happen in this third game. Do you have any more analysis you want to say about either comp, Adam?
I'm curious about the Urgot into Fiora matchup. Fiora should once again struggle with that in the early stages of this. But once we get into that later stage of the game, once again, the Fiora is going to start to take over, really be able to punish the likes of that Urgot, and can riposte away from that Fear Beyond Death as well. So a lot of tools to be able to get out of danger.
Vayne Leona bot lane as well. They're going to try to put on the pressure. So, it's just a solo Jhin, and Leona likes being able to land all her abilities onto just one single target. It's going to be easy for her to potentially lock down this Jhin, but hopefully Jin's going to be ducking and weaving, getting his Boots of Swiftness out so he can not get hit by this Leona. I hope he starts boots early so, he doesn't get hit too much. But we'll have to see how this game's going to unfold. Man, I'm not sure. The jungle matchup is, again, the Hecarim Yumi combos. And I believe Kayn would be going potentially blue form with 3 ranged champions on the enemy team. I believe he can go blue form, but it did just kind of get nerfed because blue form Canes were going Gore Drinker and Conqueror, and with those nerfs to those items, you can't utilize them as much anymore. But there's still the alternative, the actual true intended way for blue side Kayn to play with a Prowess Claw and a Ghost Blade. So, he could be just, before Yumi even gets in on whoever she's gonna get on, he's just gonna annihilate them. So let's see if Hyphen can get hype and get some resets and walk through these walls, get some kills.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how this Kayn opts the build here, because it should be quite the... If this Kayn can get unlocked, it will be very difficult for the enemy team to really get online here.
And, Kayn, he doesn't really come online until he gets his form, so we're going to have to see some ganks early around. I could expect some pressure into the bot lane focus, but both junglers have been starting bot lane, so we'll have to see the path into top side, see what they could do against this Fiora versus Urgot matchup, and just see which way both junglers are going to path. This mid lane matchup, Ryze versus Vex, seeing a Ryze on the GSW comp, I'm always too uncertain what Realm Warp, because I always think about that ability and I'm like, how's that ability gonna play out? He's gonna send Fiora into the backline, Hecarim with the Yumi on top, maybe.
I think, honestly, yeah, the Ryze bringing the Hecarim into that backline is really strong. It's also a really good engage/disengage tool. You can get into that backline, or you can get away from that front line. So a lot of ways that you can use that Ryze to its greatest effect. This Ryze can sort of just play safe against this Vex, doesn't necessarily need to do anything too crazy aggressive in that early game, just sort of farm it out and maybe get some help from Hecarim, because Ryze does have some good gank setup. I just want to see Nugget Mac go once again very aggressive. We saw the Ignite last game. Honestly, on Hecarim, it's fine to go Ignite as well.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to see how Nugget Mac plays this one out, because we saw a really good proactive game on the Rammus last game. I want to see a repeat performance of that. And when you can buff up this Hecarim with the likes of the Ryze Realm Warp, with the Yumi just in general, it makes it so hard to lock him down. So if this Hecarim gets ahead, it will be detrimental.
Definitely. We're also going to have to pay close attention to which style of Yumi build they're going to go. If they're going to be going the AP Yumi, or if they're going to go full Enchanter Yumi. I believe AP Yumi could actually put in the work here, buffing up any of these champions that are on Yumi's team sounds like a problem. They're gonna become a problem if they don't deal with this this Yumi properly. So let's see some bot lane focus in this one, GSW or Madison.
Yeah, I want to see bot lane focus actually for both of these teams. Getting this Jhin Yumi ahead is going to be great to kind of shut down this Vayne. Vayne's going to be the only way that they can cut through the front line come late game. And if Hecarim does go for a little bit of a beefier build to support the Yumi in some ways, it would mean that Vayne as a champion is going to get more value. So curious to see how everyone decides to play their champions out. But it's going to be tough to call. I think it's really dependent on how this early game plays.
Yeah, we'll have to see. I believe with that, I think we're going to go to a short break, wait for this spectator delay to finish up, and we'll be right back with you. All right? Thank you guys for staying around, and yeah, we'll see you guys soon. Hello and welcome to Summoner's Rift GSW Esports versus Madison Esports Cottage. We have Jin and Yumi just standing there down in the bot lane looking real funny. Yumi's doing her emotes. They have the Halloween skin going on. We have Nugget Matt going for the early invade, doesn't care. Hyphen's getting a little bit of early stacks actually off of this and has the sweeper, so he gets a little bit. Looks like Kane is going for red form this game, but we see Nugget Mac with two interesting choices for his runes and summoner spell. What do you think about it, Rare?
I see the Ignite come through, I see the Predator come through, and I see Ingenious Hunter. Ingenious Hunter just got a massive buff because no one ever took it. What it does is it actually puts, one, your Trinket on a lower cooldown, and two, it puts your Predator on such a low cooldown if you can get those kills early. Toss on top of that a Yumi who's just going to be zooming you around. This is going to be disgusting on this Hecarim if he can get fed. I wouldn't be surprised to see a Yomu's Ghostblade picked up too.
Here we go. We're starting with opposite sides for the junglers. They're starting on opposite sides, so Hyphen is pathing towards this volatile bot lane, and bot lane setting up the trap right now. Let's gonna see what DM Looter and Blaze go for. Rooster Buck, he's gonna get stunned up. They're gonna get a little bit of damage off on him. I expected just to flash out. No, he just takes the full damage, and they're just gonna get a big chunk on him before they have to head back to lane. Hopefully, Girl in Red is gonna be able to heal up Rooster Buck with her zoomies, but that's not gonna be until level 2. Let's see if I can get to there. We're seeing the jungles. Oh, no zoomies, not yet.
Yeah, honestly, I would have liked to see Yumi jump off there after the stun went down because there's no more crowd control to follow up. You can actually return a decent amount of damage, and Rooster Buck may have not taken as much damage, but level 2 comes through first for the Vayne and Leona, and this Jin and Yumi have to play so respectful now.
Yes, they do. And now we're seeing Nugget Mac just clear out through his bottom side, and Hyphen is already on his blue side. He's getting ready to get really aggressive onto this bot lane. I can feel it coming. Indian Frog with the damage onto War Nugget, chunking him out. The press the attack. Urgot, watch out. Indian Frog, he's coming for it again.
Yeah, he's moving forward consistently.
Hecarim's
bot lane. Oh my goodness, Nugget Mac.
Nugget Mac is already here. The come out, the exhaust comes out. The flash from Rooster Buck comes out. Flash from DM Looter. Blaze is just going to walk it out. A pretty successful gank, I'd say. A lot of summoners blown. They're getting the pressure back into the lane. That early chunk out from Blaze and DM Looter from Madison, they're not going to be able to utilize that as much as they wanted to. And Hyphen, he's gonna actually lose out on his bottom crab, so he's just going to go up to the top crab and take that away. His whole top side's up, so there's a option for Hyphen to counter jungle Hecarim if he was paying attention. He can take away this blue buff.
Oh,
the pressure mid. Oh, Nugget Mac. It's just ganking every lane. Ooh, Socialist setting up really well, but the fear from Yumi. I mean, not from Yumi, from Vex coming out. Hyphen's here to stop the gank from happening. Stop any extra pressure coming out. But yeah, Nugget Mac's just going back down to his bot side. This is the pressure of this early ignite, and looks like Hyphen's just gonna get some crabs and some more money. So Hyphen's just scaling up, but the gank pressure has definitely been on the side of GSW.
Yeah, the gank pressure has definitely been in favor of this Hecarim, but unfortunately losing out on a little bit of farm due to it. We'll still have to see how Nugget Mac wants to play this out. Trying to get those tier 2 boots as quickly as possible. I hope we see those Ionian boots as well to make sure that Ignite is up as often as possible.
Oh yeah, that sounds like a perfect build for Hecarim. I would love to see the Ionian boots to CDR on CDR. Just make sure your build is basically always up on Hecarim. We're gonna have to see what the next play it's gonna be happening. Top lane got a reset already. Indian Frog getting his boots. Smeech getting a little bit of damage into this mid lane. He still has a flash, but looks like he's not gonna go for socialites.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they're gonna go for the play quite yet, but yeah, Socialist has to be careful in this lane now because Vex does have kill pressure once they hit 6. Can go in with that ultimate and look for the kill, but I don't think either of them are too close in terms of the experience. Vex still about 2/3 of the way there, so not gonna have enough to look for an ambitious play.
This early game is gonna be a little bit more tame than our previous one, so looks like we're just gonna roll through this early game nice and smooth. Nothing's gonna happen. Everything's gonna be sunshines and roses. But then when level 6 happens, oh boy, I see a couple of key ultis to look out here. The Onslaught of Shadows from Hecarim. That's the one. That's the one that's gonna be really detrimental. As soon as Hecarim gets this reset here, that's really when things are gonna start to go down. They're pinging the Yumi teleport. DM Looter is going for a little bit of an engage. Oh, they're getting TP'd on. Level 6s are here. Socialized. Realm over into the back line. Gonna get the lockdown on Blaze.
Oh, got it.
The Rune Prison. Oh, but he just gets out. But he just got it with the bounce. Socialites always coming up clutch in these plays in the early game. Awesome. Good job, Socialites.
Yeah, really good bounce there on the EQ. Got it off of the Leona. She thought she was blocking, but unfortunately she was the reason why they fell down. So really well played from them overall, and looking forward to seeing what this Ryze can do, because now the Ryze has got a kill. And once again, Socialist playing a late game scaling champion and getting an early kill. This bodes quite well.
And I believe Hecarim is going to be dinging 6 here soon, probably off of the Dragon and one more camp. Maybe that crowd will give him level 6 and Onslaught of Shadows. This reset is going to be huge for Hecarim. He has a 1,500 gold, so yeah, boots coming in. Let's see if we get those Lucidity boots coming in thick and fast.
Yeah, that's really what we're looking for, to see those Ionian boots of Lucidity online. But Hecarim's still farming away for the time being, maybe trying to hit that level 6. Going to be one camp away, but we'll pick up red buff and look for the play. Sheen, boots. There we go.
There it is. Ionian boots of Lucidity. I would expect him to just run down bot lane again.
Oh, that's exactly what he's doing.
Exactly. He's going to prioritize that flash being down on Blaze and just go get him. Go get him, man. But we have Hyphen coming up here into the top lane, looking for a little bit of something. No wards for Ward Nugget, but maybe he can sniff something out. He goes for the Q, but Hyphen, he's going for the play. But nope, you can just Q up. Fiora's she has too many lunges. You can't catch her.
Yeah, too difficult to lock down there, but we're going to see what the next course of action here. Rooster Buck trying to set up for the gank here. I think DM Looter
here
might not know what's going on. Here it comes. Oh,
Onslaught of Shadows. Whoa, you can't condemn that. Blaze is getting exhausted. He's going down, getting this bot lane ahead. Rooster Buck, Girl of Red, much more proactive in this bot lane from last game. They're getting a good favor for GSW. Here we go.
And that Predator cooldown was already like a third of the way back up.
He finds him, uses the Ignite down.
Oh no.
Speech comes over with the ult from Vex, but the Culling, not the Culling, whatever this ability is called, the Curtain Call, comes down. But Vex gets her reset. She goes for Girl in Red. Girl in Red is not on top of somebody, but Socialize is finally here. Yumi has somebody to get on. You on me. It's you and me and the Jhin. We got a TP coming in from Indian Frog. He's here. But the Hyphen goes in and he's going down. He doesn't go down. War Nugget finishes him off. We have Indian Frog getting his R off, getting the fear onto Socialist.
Oh no.
And he's just going to run him down. But
War Nugget.
Oh, War Nugget comes in, hits the Grand Challenge, and he goes down. Smeesh got some resets in there, but it looks like it's a advantage for GSW. They get the lead in that fight.
Oh yeah, GSW come out way ahead there. Rooster Buck and Nugget Mac go down, but Smeech, both summoners burn, goes down. Indian Frog, both summoners down, gets burned down. Blaze goes down as well. DM Looter goes down, I believe, as well. So overall, just a really strong play from the side of GSW to get themselves a little bit more of an advantage.
Yeah. Oh, man. Hyphen, Smeech, Blaze. I don't know how you're going to make a comeback from this game. You have to get your form soon, Hyphen. I assume he got a lot of stacks off that last fight. He got a kill onto someone last fight, so hopefully he's going to get his stacks up and get to this Ross form. I assume that's what he's going for, especially with the potential Gorgringer coming out. Yeah, I mean, we have no idea. We'll have to wait and see what Hyphen is going to be going for form. But once his form is online, that's when they can start to make even more plays.
Yeah, that's the issue with Spectator Client. You can't tell when Kayn is actually getting form because it doesn't show anything. There's nothing
indication
that shows on the bar about it because you can't show it to your enemies, but you can ping your passive. They should change that for Spectator Client just so that we can see.
I hope they do. I would assume he would have more blue side stacks because there's more range champions, but we'll have to see. More than likely. We'll see. Looks like they're trying to make a play with this bot side, but in the top side we have a little bit of vision just getting down, so Smeech is just clearing out and getting some vision over there. Trying to pressure Socialist. Socialist going for those high realm warps though into the bot lane. Let's see if he can get another roam down. And Nugget Mac, his Predator boots are... and he's going for it! Yeah, he's popping it off onto Smeech, but he's all alone.
Yeah,
Ignite not up just yet. Could have got the kill if his Ignite was up. Just finishing getting up now, but you know, still chunking out Smeech is still a good thing for GSW. They can push in the mid lane and get some priority for this upcoming dragon.
Yeah, the biggest issue with Predator Hecarim, though, overall, is just the fact that all of your damage is gated on your initial burst. You don't have any damage after that, which is where Conqueror Hecarim usually thrives. But building towards that Trinity Force is going to start to pop off a lot more damage here.
War Nugget and Enemy Frog just getting a little bit of trades, but we have Hyphen in the top lane, looking like he's going to make the play, trying to get his stacks up, getting to Ross. We have Socialites coming in with the Realm Warp, but can War Nugget survive long enough for Socialites? Oh, he doesn't. Oh, he gets double R'd. Oh, dang. But Indian Frog, he just escapes. Vex is here with the R, coming in, using a Fear, trying to get some damage onto Socialists, but I don't believe they're going to be able to get anything more off of that. But the double R from Hyphen and Indian Frog, a little bit too much for War Nugget to hand. He can only repulse so much. Strange. The final chapter coming out from Girl in Red, just trying to make something happen in this bot lane while Nugget Mac is over there just doing the dragon. One shot on Looter, the curtain call. Blaze, you don't want to have to. Oh, you don't want to block for this.
Doesn't get the last one.
Blaze survives, but his support DM Looter goes down, and they get the dragon. Oh no. The Predator is up. Oh, he's going to see some wolves on his screen. Blaze, run for the hills. Get out of there.
Oh, no.
Nugget Mac doesn't find him.
Oh, no.
He's hitting those minions. They're more important than Blaze.
You got to check the bush, man, every single time. Even if you get condemned away, you can still get that auto attack off first. But they get some plates on the bot side, and GSW still just all gas, no brakes at this point. Quite literally on this Hecarim, too.
Yes, sir. Hyphen, he's not there at the form at 13 minutes. Gonna be really late on this form. I'm sure he wants the Ross, so to try to frontline for his team. It looks like he's... No, I thought the reset was gonna be him trying to get his form going here, but just trying to get the top lane. Definitely trying to get his Ross here off of War Nugget. Gonna be waiting for the play. They're setting up big time for this play. They have DM Looter coming in. They have Smeech coming in. Hyphen's up here. Indian Frog pushing the lane in, going for the dive, setting up onto War Nugget. What can he do? There's the riposte. Out. They're getting the TP in from Socialist, but he's just getting chunked down, and he's getting run down. He's getting in the grinder. Smeech is up here. Now that's just another kill. The onslaught of shadows coming in from the right side of the screen. Hyphen is going to be out. Nope. Gets taken down.
Blaze is in trouble.
Blaze is just getting Gale Force on. Girl in Reds. Lands the shot. And Rooster Buck and Girl in Red pick up the kill. Rooster Buck coming in through. Vex with the ulti. Going in, just saying. Whoa! Nice setup for a play. Wow. Look at you, Madison. Esports Cottage Cheese with the cheesy play. Let's go. Nice to see. Nice to see. Showing some signs of life in this game. Blaze 209, though, is suffering. Bot lane is suffering, so DM Looter has just decided to, maybe I can go help out the other lanes. Kane is coming out from base. 14 minutes. Do we see a form?
It's red form.
It's red form. Ross is online. He's coming through. With this, they could potentially make even more comebacks into this game.
Yeah, but one thing to note is that Yuumi is currently James Bond, Agent 007. She's got the license to assist right now for Rooster Buck right now. So when you toss on top a Hecarim to that, it's going to be really difficult to kill that Hecarim when Yuumi starts to jump on top there. But for now, Rooster Buck is perfectly happy to carry around the cat. This is such a potent combo at the time being.
He's got the fishy fish, and Jin's trying to feed it up, trying to serve some food on a plate for that cat. Getting her Moonstone already online, and Forbidden Idol just gonna keep setting up. So more of an Enchanter build from this Yuumi coming out. We have the Herald still onto Hyphen, so we're gonna have to see where he's gonna put that down into. Looks like there's gonna be another play in this topside river over here. Danger Pink is coming out, trying to warn of an incoming play. making sure that Hecarim doesn't just start predatoring into your face and running you down.
Yeah, as Socialist going to pick up that blue buff and look to continue moving on in this game. This Rise still 1-1-4. Still got to keep an eye out for them.
Socialist has definitely been a helpful part of this game. He's been pretty much everywhere in these last couple of fights. Smeech's ultis, resets, I'm not sure how he's gonna... Oh, he's sending out the Sour Surge, and he goes for Girl on Red, and they're setting up the full play. They get... Oh, if this is shut down onto Rooster Bucks, is gonna be huge. Oh, the shutdown goes back onto Blaze 1209, but... So, I don't know, that War Nugget's TP down, but his Repulse goes down, he gets hyped.
Oh my goodness, War Nugget's
Socialist is here, they just clean it all up! War Nugget! The grand challenge. It's Indian Frog just pushing down top. He has no way to respond. I thought that was gonna go way in favor for Madison Esports Cottage, especially with Blaze getting the shutdown, but Socialist, he just is there every time.
Yeah, Socialist just showing up at the right time, picking up a couple of kills there, and that's what I said, to be mindful of this Rise, who starting to scale up, has that full Seraph's Embrace just complete there alongside that Everfrost. And this game is still extremely close despite the gold lead that was in favor of GSW or that is in favor of GSW here. Madison Esports Cottage Cheese still have some ways back into this game, and the Vayne might just be able to find something in there.
We have a dragon fight coming up here. Oh man, this is going to be a really game-deciding dragon fight. We have the TPs coming in from Indian Frog. Everybody showing up to the play. Rooster Bucks eating a little bit of chip. Oh, here we go. We have the Onslaught of Shadows going out. The curtain call is falling out. Who's going to get the dragon? Nobody's worried about the dragon. Everybody's just fighting. It's bloodshed everywhere. We've got Yumi going, sitting out another R into the back line. She's going for the R. Reset. No, it doesn't go down. Nobody's going for the dragon. Nobody cares. There it is. Socialist finally picks up the dragon. War Nugget just gets the final kill onto Hyphen. Hyphen goes back for the re-engage. But now Blaze and Smeech are just going to have to run Madison Esports with their tail behind their legs. The Condemn, it doesn't help out. They're just going to run you down. Whew. Man, they're stacking up with these dragons. That's sole point already for GSW.
Yeah, they've been able to pick up these dragons early and often, and a lot of that just has to do with the absolute pressure that this Hecarim is able to do. And it's just ridiculous. He's everywhere. That's the main issue, and this bot lane has been so strong as well, putting this Vayne so far behind.
Yeah, every time they're trying to make a play, they're always just there in their face. There's too much movement speed on the side of GSW. You can't run away. You can't hide. GSW is coming for you.
Yeah, and now we get to see the Hecarim Yumi combination come in tandem here. And this is really the scary part, because that final chapter now is just going to be everywhere on the map, able to root people up even if they are running away, because Hecarim is the fastest man on the Rift, definitely in contention for that 100-meter gold medal.
But I have to wonder if he's the strongest man on the Rift, because Socialist is looking really big right now. He's stacking up his items, 180 CS, 50 CS up on Smeech. Smeech is only being able to get assists this game. The resets for Vex have not been going off, but it looks like they were going to find him down into this bot lane. Maybe see if they can use Kayn to fly through walls and pick out Socialites, get this huge forged bounty shutdown, but no, the Realm Lord, can they stop it? Oh, they can't. NECC could stop that Realm Lord from going out, but, you know, skill shots sometimes can be hard to land, so... We got Nugget Max just getting a little bit of poke here onto Deem Looter, potentially even caught out. Yumi's on top of him, has to flash away.
Oh my goodness, Blaze got out!
Onslaught of Shadow just coming out, but Blaze jukes it out with the aura and Vayne. Looks like they're going to set up for the play. Nugget Mac, though, too fast. Nothing they can do about that. Got to get the Rift Scuttler and just start to reset and try to get back into this game.
Yeah, slowly crawling back, and honestly, great play from Blaze to get out of there. Unfortunately, forced to burn that ultimate, but regardless, you get the a little bit of a clip-worthy play there. Indian Frog is still extremely devastating up on this top side of the map. 7-2-0. Always got to keep our eye on this Urgot because at any moment he could strike with the vengeance of 6 shotgun knees exactly. So War Nugget does not want anything to do with that fight. Still, unfortunately, down in gold comparatively.
His fear beyond deaths have been great this game. I've just been seeing him every part of this game, just getting somebody into the grinder, and that's just setting up so much for Madison. So really, Indian Frog, that's one of the ways to come back into this game, along with the item scaling from Vayne and Vex. I believe she's a scaling champion, not as strong as Rise though. No way.
Yeah, Vayne is good in the late game, but she needs to get a lot of conditions to come true. Needs to make sure that this Hecarim isn't jumping on top of her, Fiora isn't grand challenging her, and that Jhin just doesn't two-shot her. So extremely difficult, especially with the short range, and especially when you're going to be playing into a Mountain Soul, might be a little bit more difficult because that Soul is available for the side of GSW in 80 seconds.
1 minute coming up. I wonder how they're going to choose to take this fight. We're definitely going to see Nugget Mac engaging onto the DM Looter. I would hope they play a more peel side of the peeling after this engage from Nugget Mac. You just let him come into you and try to play off of that.
Oh, they're trying to turn onto Socialist here.
Oh, just popping the R onto Vex, and they're going to just all send it onto Socialist right before the Dragon play. This is perfect. Make sure he goes down there. Okay. All right. Lands the final Q. DM Looter's in the bot lane. Gets the pick onto Socialist. He was definitely not being very social right there.
No,
so.
my goodness, where's Nugget Mac, though?
Oh, Nugget Mac's coming in onto Indian Frog. He's 7-2, and he can't survive against that. The Fear Beyond Death goes wide, and he's just going to get shut down. Picks for picks on both sides.
Really good timing on that pick as well, because it gives Hecarim enough time to walk all the way back down to Dragon and set up for this. Fiora still has that teleport. Rise is going to have teleport for this play as well, and Indian Frog will not be up and available until about 10 seconds after that Dragon spawn. So this could be a really difficult 5v4 for the side of Cottage Cheese to fight, and if they don't play this fight perfectly, they will lose that Mountain Soul, and that could be a game-defining play.
Yes, and we have the TP coming out from Socialist going into the bot side, but Smish's R is coming up soon. Oh, we got the engage from Nugget Mac. They're going to the final chapters out. Okay, we have Blaze on the backside going for the solo bubble on Roosterbuck. 80 carry versus 80 carry. He flashes over the wall. He dodges out, but now War Nugget's on top of him. Now we have the top side of the play. Oh, Indian Frog's getting the shutdowns. Yumi's all alone. Ross is getting run down. It looks like GSW is coming on top of this fight. Oh, Smeesh, they're on opposite sides. With the river, Smeesh goes for the flash play, but uses the, Fear Beyond Death right into the grinder. War Nugget, he's going to go down here. Looks like GSW. No, GSW, they can't clutch it out. So, Madison, they're back in it. Urgot showing up big in these fights. The pick from Hecarim didn't work out. Lots of action happening there.
Yeah, picked up 3 in that fight, and unfortunately, the Vex and the Urgot were actually able to distract Nugget for so long there. Made sure that the Hecarim went down, and once again, this is the issue with Predator Hecarim. You need to make sure that you are one-shotting someone. If you don't, you lose value over the course of a fight exponentially. Your curve drop-off is crazy after the first 3-4 seconds of that fight, where you just become so useless because you don't have the damage to back it up. So really got to keep our eye on how... Oh no, girl in red. Be careful. How this Hecarim plays out these fights, because now this Urgot is starting to get to the point where you cannot kill them very easily. This Kayn, you cannot one-shot either, and this Leona you can't one-shot. You have to be so selective on who you're going after, and even Vex has ways to get you away. Even the Vayne can get some peel available, because you have to go so deep for her. So very difficult to see how this Hecarim can continue the effectiveness. Starting to fall into old Hecarim trap, where you start to become just a pointless champion in 25 minutes.
Definitely. These extended fights are not going in the favor of GSW. They were winning in the early game where they could just get picks, but as long as the fight is going extended, I mean, it's coming all down to execution at this point. It's just, the Shadow Surge. I love that they're just always sending it onto them, but Nugget Mac's already looking for the play. Oh, they have the final chapter. The The curtain calls out. Onslaught of shadows.
Oh.
Everything's getting sent in. Oh man, GSW getting their picks. Not an extended fight. This is all they needed. Pick after pick after pick. But Blaze, he does pick up Roosterbuck on the bot side, but he has some safety running to Indian Frog, but those traps put him down just a little bit. Indian Frog's getting a little bit caught out, has to flash out. Blaze is getting run down.
No.
I don't think you can escape from this Blaze. Oh, the Grand Challenge just finishes him off. The picks, they can't get an extended fight if they're all getting picked out. They're trying to make picks happen onto Socialites, but they're the ones getting picked out. Instead, oh, shame for Madison. Esports Cottage Cheese. Now, GSW are going to set up for the Baron.
Yeah, they're going to move over to this Baron, and, you know, Roosterbuck is going to be up and available to get that Baron buff. It's really up to Indian Frog to try and make a game-saving play. Smeech has teleport, but no wards to go to, and I think they're just going to give this up. So GSW going to extend their gold lead up to 6,500 here and look to try and push to end this game here. They've been able to have so much control, but that last fight, or the fight at that last dragon there, really scary because it showed that Cottage Cheese still have some hope left.
Yeah, I mean, they could still potentially look for these picks actually on Madison Esports. They've been really trying to pick out this Rise, but, you know, just some skill shots just landing. The R from Vex, the, what is this called? Shadow Surge? Shadow Surge just missing from Vex has been quite crucial in these last couple of fights, because as soon as they miss that ability, Nugget Mac has the all-in ready to go. Final Chapter Onslaught is coming in and just deleting the rest of Madison.
Yeah, just consistently have to be careful about how the next play is going to go through, and Blaze is going to start to dish out a decent amount of damage, now sitting on 2.5 items. You've always got to be careful for what this Vayne can do on the kick and the fights, because they can pop off at a moment's notice. But look at this in the jungle. Nugget Mac just threatening constantly.
They're just letting Indian Frog split the side lane and having everybody group up, so Indian Frog is going to be a little bit late. His TP's not even up, so if they get the fight here onto War Nugget, they're just trying to get a little bit of pick onto War Nugget, but just a couple of abilities going down. There's all pushing down bot side.
Oh, Speech!
Indian Frog, Nugget Mac coming in from the back. You can't stop him on Slaughter Shadows. The Yumi's on top. Roosterbuck is getting engaged on 2. Here's Indian Frog with the TP. The strongest member of the team, 10. And they just Realm Warp out. There's the power of Realm Warp. The curtain call just going out for a little bit of poke, trying to back them up off of this turret. The dragon's coming up in the next minute, so they could just push these next couple of turrets, back off, clean up this dragon, and with Smeech down, there's not much that Madison could do here.
Yeah, they're forced to really play careful, especially against the Baron buff. It's an 8,000 gold lead now for the side of GSW, and they're going to continue to just sit here with these 2 cannon minions and let them pop away at this turret. Cannons do not give any regard for the rest of the minions, as this next minion wave is going to come in, and that might be the end of the siege, because they can just get this tower and get out.
Oh, Smeech goes for the R, and he's going to just send his body all the way in. He doesn't have a zone yet, so he has no way to escape. Oh, but Hyphen gets rooted down, and he can't get an R off, so now they're just going to be able to full-on siege the bottom lane turret. Smeech, I don't know if that was the best move, to just send your body in and then have Hyphen go in. I guess they have too much lockdown for Madison, for GSW. Too much lockdown on their team. Can't escape it.
Yeah, a little bit too much lockdown. Smeech just trying to make something happen, and I respect the efforts, but just way too deep, kind of baiting Hyphen into getting taken down, so we'll have to see.
They're going to send it all the way on our... they were looking for that pick, but they didn't know how many members were around, so they didn't want to go too far for Roosterbuck and just... Oh, but DM Looter, he lands the E. The Zenith Blade is down, but the final chapter is coming out. The final hour is coming out, too, from Vayne, but Vayne's not able to get any damage off. The Fear Beyond Death. Where is it going? Where are you shooting that in, your frog?
The soul goes down as well, so now they have Mountain Soul.
Oh, no. This is looking more and more for GSW to come on top of this game. Mountain Soul. So many shutdowns. Look at the items on Roosterbuck. He is living La Vida Loca right now.
Yeah, quite literally. This Jhin 10, 4, and 13 really popping off after the swaps around there. Roosterbuck didn't have a great game on the Lee Sin, but really popping off now. And War Nugget, at this stage, 3 items on this Fiora, has all the tools necessary to take down this Ura in the side lane as well.
Yes, and that's a fun build right there for Fiora, having a Blade of the Ruined King with the Essence Reaver and the Gore Drinker. Everybody on the side of GSW has hit their spikes, so I'm not sure what Madison's going to be able to do. They still have Indian Frog with his scaled up, super powerful Urgot. Hopefully he can bring some doom to GSW and get one reset. That's all they need, is just to try to get one kill down. But who are they going to pick? Who are they going to try to take down? It has to be this Nugget Mac with him going in, but Indian Frog, I don't know if you win this 1v1, man.
My goodness, Indian Frog does not. Oh my goodness, he wins it. Never mind.
Indian Frog, I should have never doubted you, but he gets Realm Warped on. Social lights.
Baiting?
Oh, the curtain call comes out. Indian Frog flashes out.
No.
Can he dodge this last bullet? He doesn't. But the Shadow Surge comes out from Vex. What? Oh, not enough. But Hecarim's Onslaught of Shadows finds Vex in blind vision, actually. Hyphen's back here for some reason. They're sending everything back onto Nugget Mac. Everything's getting caught out. This is looking actually kind of good. And Hyphen's inside. He finishes off Nugget Mac, but Socialites, he's just pouring out damage left and right. Blaze, I'm not sure if you could deal with this. Rise, and on top of a Yuumi. Yuumi's on top. Rise is just going to keep going forward. He has the Yuumi on him. Can Hyphen get out? Oh, no, he can't. That's a blast plant right into your death. And they have the bot lane push, too.
Oh my goodness, this is just ridiculous coming through from GSW. Wait, Warnock is in the base!
Oh, wait, that's Warnock? I thought that was Allied Champion, but Warnock is just going to finish off Blaze and try to just finish off Madison Esports. It's the 1v1. You don't got a 1v1 if you just win the game, Warnock. Oh no, he's going to fear beyond death to you! Oh. War Nugget, you could have just tried to win the game, but you're just going to get reposted, but you're still winning. Don't worry about a War Nugget. Even if you lose the 1v1, you're going to win the war. And it's set up for a bunch of plays. Looks like GSW is just going to back off and try to get this Baron while all these supers are pushing into Madison's space.
Yeah, they're going to be able to hopefully run this all the way down into the base. They've got Elder Dragon up and available in 3 minutes. Baron is up on the map as well, but I don't think they need that. They have an open Nexus, 2 down inhibitors. This is the last stand for Madison Esports Cottage Cheese.
Yeah, I mean, they're making these fights try to go extend, but, there's so many angles that GSW is coming from. Hecarim is over the wall. Rise is realm warping in on you guys. The curtain call is coming through. There's nothing, you can't escape. Every time they just keep running you down. The Yuumi is proving to be disastrous. 24 KP for Yuumi in this game.
Yeah, look at Jin though, 27 KP.
Oh, the Onslaught of Shadows just onto the Vex. She has no way out. Fear Beyond Death is going wide. I don't know where that was gonna go. Shooting it out.
Socialist is untouched.
But Nugget Mac, looking like he's could go down here, but a bunch of damage. Socialist is just pouring out damage after damage after damage. But he's all alone. No Yuumi attacks him. Now it looks like they're actually gonna get able to take them down, and Madison have a way back into this game. But Yumi's on top of War Nugget here, on top of Fiora. I'm pretty sure she can just clean this all up. Fiora's just gonna grand challenge and just wipe the floor with Madison. Okay, but Blaze is back here in the back line. Can he 1v1? He gets the contempt onto the wall. Hyphen getting down. No, I don't believe he can win this fight unless. Oh my God! Blaze 12 of 9. He just has the Yuumi just run through. They get the ace. Blaze gets a triple kill. He's back in the game. What a chaotic fight, but a win for Madison Esports Cottage Cheese. Woo! Let's go.
Yeah, it is just on a knife's edge consistently here. They're looking for just the last little respite, but look at the base. They've got their Nexus down at 3rd HP. It will regen, but they just keep losing everything. They win the fight, but do they really get anything at the back end of that?
I would actually have to believe so, because with all this push, they can't get out of base. So, I mean, they got the farm, is what I'm saying for Madison. Madison has the farm, but if they can't get out of base, they can't contest these objectives. And with the Soul coming up, or not the Soul, the Elder Dragon being the focus for GSW, they're looking to just, as soon as they get this Elder, they're not going to be living these extended fights anymore. Some people are going to get a big dragon hyper beam coming in their way, and I'm sure you don't want that.
Yeah, just consistently looking for more as they try and end this game off, but it's going to be so tight to try and finish that off.
Looks like this could be the final fight coming up here. DM Looter getting cut out. Fear Beyond Death going early, and the Solar Flare going early. 2 ults down, 2 crucial ults necessary for potentially winning this fight.
TP.
Socialist has TP, but it looks like he's just going to stay with his team for now. He could potentially round more Nugget Mac into the backside, but that might just be in it. They could just send Nugget Mac. It looks like Girl in Red is staying right on top of War Nugget. Potentially one of the strongest members on the team. War Nugget's getting geared up.
So scary.
I've been looking for the flank, but Smeech is chunked out. They have no way to heal up.
Souls can TP in now.
They're just going to bide their time until Nugget Mac. Here he goes. The Onslaught of Shadows is ready, and he gets the final chapter out. It's just a big old brawl in the top side, in the bottom side. But Vex is going for the TP. They see War Nugget going for the back door. They're going to try to stop it. War Nugget looks like he's just going for the flank. He's just going to end the game. War Nugget's done. But the game, I'm ending it now. So GSW win the series, going 2-1 against Madison Esports Cottage. What a hype third game.
Yeah, just insane to see that come through, come all the way back from the brink of defeat, and at the end of it all, they're able to clean themselves up a reverse sweep, and just really well played from both of those teams. Look at the damage charts, though. My goodness, Rise dished out the damage, and Yumi really supporting with a decent chunk of damage herself as well.
Doesn't matter if she has an AP build, Yumi's still going to help out with doing a bunch of damage no matter what. But yeah, Socialites definitely doing what he needed to be done for this team. I think they are one of the strong players I've been watching this in this series. So, you know, keep it up, and I hope your roster swap stays on par. So, you know, keep that roster swap going for you, GSW, and Madison Esports. Your first game looked great with your Trendemir. You're really flexible draft, but these next couple of games, you know, the roster swap just proved too impactful, and GSW just come out on top. So congrats to GSW for winning the series.
Yeah, they end up taking the series win. And, that's going to be it for tonight. We have more Style Esports tomorrow, though, as I'm just going to check our schedule here. We will have a nice matchup for you on the docket. It will be Stevens Lawgrave versus Scoreboard Right, tossing up at the top of the standings here. But that's going to be it for tonight. Thank you so much for joining me, Proxio, for your first cast. Great job, man, and look forward to casting with you again.
Yeah, I look forward to casting with you too, Rare Adam. Good luck to Shinkari and Wee Wizard for the next cast, and you know, I hope it's a good one. All right, thank you guys for having me. I really appreciate it.
And good night, all Style fans. See you tomorrow.